Vulindlela wemam gopozi eunyana wam elele uyashada namhlanje. Vulindlela wena manyauza suba nomona unyana wam uthathile. Vulindlela wemam gopozi eunyana wam elele uyashada namhlanje. Vulindlela wena manyauza suba nomona unyana wam uthathile. Bengingazi yombona umakoti wanyana wam ujongile this time. Maradebe suke ingokweni uze emshadweni siyashadisa namhlanje. Bebe sithi unyana wam ulisoka. Bebe sithi angeke ashade. Vulindlela wemam gopozi. Vulindlela yelumona. Vulindlela wemam gopozi. Vulindlela yelumona. Kodwa wena mangobese hey unomona ngoba unanyana unentombi zodwa ya yo mangobese hey unomona ngoba awunaya unayino njengowami. Bengingazi yombona umakoti wanyana wami ujongile this time. Maradebe suke ingokweni uze emshadweni siyashadisa namhlanje. Bebe sithi unyana wam ulisoka. Bebe sithi angeke ashade. Vulindlela wemam gopozi. Vulindlela yekela umona. 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 Vulindlela wemam manyauza suba nomona unyana wam uthathile. Vulindlela wena manyauza suba nomona unyana wam uthathile. Vulindlela
yo Jagaban, yo Jagaban, yo Jagaban. Now here we want to Jagaban. Food they want them. Our mama papa want them. Silver we want them. The same people we give us Jagaban. Now the same people come to tell us say Jagaban is not good again. Which way Nigeria oh? Because the government don't favor them all. They want us to touch Jagaban government, but let people everywhere. Yo, Buhari finish in 8 years. Jagaban go finish 8 years. We know they for church. Yo, Jagaban. Yo, Jagaban. Yo, Jagaban. Now here we want to Jagaban. Drugs even we want them. Our mama papa want them. The silver we want them. country people. Me and you don't say to change Nigeria overnight. It don't be my mind. It don't get easy. So therefore, make we support Jagaban. Make it fix Nigeria for us. Nigeria don't start to live it today. It's easy for Jagaban.
We need our prayers.
To take Nigeria to the next level.
When you go to major parks, they live as if they are in the jungle. Lagos is Lagos. It is not jungle. You either obey our law or go to your own jungle.
Buhari is dead and buried in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, and it is right there. So that is right there. Good day to you. Good to be in your company and all that. You know, these things always still catch me off guard, no matter how long I've been doing it. But good day to you. Good to be in your company and all that. Don't ever accuse us of not being a Wazobia platform. Also, we've played you a little snippets from pretty much all of the geospaces, from the Igbos to the Hausas to the Yoruba. So all of them fully represented. Good day to you. Good to be your company. We even played you a South African ditty. You know, I played that song about what 2-3 sessions ago, and then I've been monitoring that stream. Pardon me. You know, I played that song about 2-3 sessions ago. Then I've been monitoring that stream to see if there's any sort of copyright claim on it. So there's no copyright claim on it. So therefore, we'll be playing it with some regularity. This is now my new favorite song. A little bit of a blast. Let me give you 1 minute of it. I love this song so much.
Vulindlela wemamgophozi eunyana wami elele uyashada namhlanje vulindlela wena manyauza suba nomona.
So, along with that Ipitombi song, that's probably the greatest hit that has ever come out of South Africa. The song is called, what am I listening? The song is called Vuli Ndela. Vuli, V-U-L-I, Vuli, and then Ndela, N-D, Ndela, N-D-E-L-A, yes, Vuli Ndela. So, if you ever want to look it up, go look it up. It's a delightful, it's just an enchanting song. It lifts you to, your senses to great heights. So Vuli Ndela to you and all that. So Vuli Ndela and all that. Good day to you. Good to be in your company and all that. Good day to you. Good, always a delight. Always a pleasure, never a chore. It's never a task to àmèdèwù náà ìwọ gbọ́ kòsàkòsà ni àbí kí náà sọ ní South Africa kòsàkòsà bí nǹkan kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn so hopefully kò ń ṣe pé yes where was I? So good day to you and all that. The protocol, let's just go to the protocol. And by the way, let me let you in on a bit of information. We're after 100 new subscribers before the end of this month. Do you understand? We're after 100 new subscribers before the end of this month. So if you are not already subscribed and you're listening, you are interacting with the stream now. Either you are watching it right now in the live streaming or you're watching it in watch back. If you are not already subscribed, then please subscribe, because that's your one subscription takes us even closer to that target area. Now we're after 100. So how many more days do we have in this month? We have 10 more days in this month, and then we are after 100 new subscribers. So it's a lofty height. But do you know that on average, there are thousands and thousands of people that interact with every single session. So if all of the people interacting with every single session subscribes, we'll probably be chasing the million subscribers. We should be chasing the millions. If for the level of energy that we generate, we should be chasing now the million subscriber. We should be the preeminent Nigerian stream for all of the energy that we generate. But we are where we are, and we're chasing that 100 new subscribers. So check your device. If you're not already subscribed, then set us on that way to that 100 target by adding your own subscription. So subscribe. And as you're subscribing, click on the like button as well. So like and subscribe, the short form of that. So like and subscribe. And then if you want to come and join me on the screen, there's a hyperlink in the comment section that says StreamYard. I'll send it to the comment section again so that it's the most immediate thing to hand. So if you want to come and join me on the screen, click on this hyperlink that says StreamYard. It should be in the comment section right now. So there it is right there. So if you want to come and join me on the screen, click on that hyperlink that says StreamYard. It will bring you into a studio space as soon as I finish delivering the body of the talking points, and then I'll let you onto the screen, and then you engage me in conversation or engage whoever is on the panel. So that's how it works. So like, share, and subscribe. Click on that hyperlink that says StreamYard if you want to come and join me on the screen. I'll share the links as widely as you can. Super chats towards the stream. We don't hardly ever get any super chat. We only ever really get one super chatter, which is not good enough. So super chat if you feel that way inclined, and then say hello to me in the comment section. More importantly, say hello to me. Tell me why am I glistening? I seem to be glistening. Am I glistening? Where's that coming from? So I am glistening. Why am I glistening? Yes, say hello to me in the comment section. Let me know where you're joining us from so I can acknowledge your presence and say hello back. So let's start it off on a friendly note. So a whole raft of so many things going on within the Nigerian paradigm. So we'll be going through all of them. So now the Nigerian army are trying to recruit. You know, they are ever and forever. Nigeria always tells you that we don't have sufficient enough numbers. It's not for reasons of not being able to chase those numbers. The Nigerian army are on a recruitment drive, and they are alarming that they're not getting people. Actually, let me put it up on the screen. Let me put it up on the screen. Let me switch it to that. So the Nigerian Army, they are on a recruitment drive, and they are alarming that they're not getting any off-takers from the Southeast. So, so this is the thing, recruitment. Nigerian Army raises alarm over low turnout in the Southeast. So none of our brothers and cousins in the Southeast show any interest of being part of the Nigerian Army. And next, they'll be claiming victims of it. You have to be in it to win it. And the greatest potency in Nigeria is the Nigerian military forces. Is that force that actually moves the ebb and flow of that country. So if you have to be in it to win it, Nigerian Army raises alarm over low turnout in the Southeast. So there it is right there. Let's just get through this one fairly quickly. Brigadier General Uche Nnabuahi has raised concern over low enlistment from the Southeast, revealing Anambra recorded only 117 applicants out of 38,000 nationwide. So that tells you a lot, actually. Brigadier General Uche led an army delegation to sensitize youths in Oka, noting the figures was recorded on April the 7th before a nationwide awareness campaign began. He said the exercise aimed to encourage more youths from Anambra and the Southeast to join the 91 regular recruit intake before the May 27 deadline. We observed with concern that out of 38,000 applications received nationwide, only 117 came from Anambra as of April the 7th. This sensitization is to correct the imbalance and encourage our youths to take advantage of opportunities in the Nigerian Army. He said, the general urged eligible youths to apply, noting that the Army offers a structured career path and opportunities for nationwide service. Lieutenant General Ogbemudia Osawe, member of the sensitization delegation, said training infrastructure had expanded with new institutions in Abakaliki and Osogbo to accommodate incoming recruits. Osawe listed benefits, including career progression, regular pay, continuous military education, specialized training, and exposure to diverse cultures. He added personnel enjoy welfare packages, free medical care for families, pensions, gratuities, and opportunities for international assignments. Permanent Secretary Anambra Ministry of Youth commended the initiative, describing military enlistment as crucial for Southeast youth. So essentially, the Southeasterners are just in total rejection of the opportunities to join the Nigerian Army. You would have thought with the dearth of employment opportunities in Nigeria, the Southeasterners will be the first to leap on board for that opportunity. But there it is right there. The next thing you know, they will tell you that they keep telling us it's a Fulani army. Well, they tell you to come and join. You say no, but you will claim it's a Fulani army. So there it is right there. So that one is right there. So let's go on from that to the next one. So a lot of Peter Obi play out in this session. Dear Peter Obi, Kwakwanso, new party sends message to 2 ADC presidential aspirants. So there are two things. There are two things that will likely play out for Peter Obi in this cycle of elections. There's the possibility, which is one that I have always spoken to, that Peter Obi would not be on the ballot at all. There's that possibility because he's not going to be on the ballot on the ADC. We know that. But there's also the possibility that the ADC might not well be Peter Obi's last party, and is being courted now by people who are offering him a vehicle to travel that 2027 journey. Dear Peter Obi, Kwakwanso, new party sent message to 2 ADC presidential aspirants. The Nigeria Democratic Congress, NDC, has extended an invitation to Peter Obi and Senator Rabiu Kwakwanso ahead of the 2027 elections. the NDC said the two former presidential candidates in the 2023 general elections should join the party. So this is essentially an open ticket, similar to what the one Peter Obi got in the Labour Party, is there for the taking, and they will just automatically, by consensus, make the two of them their presidential flag bearers. So that's essentially what they're saying. So that plan B opens up for Peter Obi. Correspondents report that Obi and Kwakwanso are 2027 presidential aspirants in the African Democratic Congress, ADC. The former Anambra State governor, the former Anambra State and Kano State governors are battling for the 2027 ADC presidential ticket with former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and former Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi. The NDC made a humble reminder post urging both Obi and Kwakwanso to register and join the party. This was contained in a post shared via the NDC X handle on Sunday, April the 19th, 2026. So here is the post in question. There at Peter Obi and at Kwakwanso RM. Humble reminder, please. And then it sends them a registration and sign up link. So I think this serves two purposes actually. So they are leveraging the name recognition of these people to drive traffic towards their own party. So they are flashing up the party and inviting everybody to come and register, but really canvassing Obi and Kwakwanso. Reactions as NDC urges Peter Obi and Kwakwanso to join party. Our correspondents compiled some reactions from Nigerians on social media. They keep on calling it social media in Nigeria, and I'm starting to pick up that lexicon as well. Reactions as NDC urges Peter Obi, Kwakwanso to join party. Correspondents compiled some reactions from Nigerians on social media as the NDC urged Peter Obi and Kwakwanso to join the party ahead of the 2027 election. So here is just some organic response to that call out. This is a personal ambition of Siraiki. So Siraiki Dixon is actually the owner of that party, the NDC. He will be coming as Kwakwanso's deputy in 2031 when the presidency is zoned to the north, but will use these guys to get a structure which, unlike Obi, he will administer properly. So this guy is reading some sort of conspiracy theory into that. That may well not be too far-fetched, actually. We they use ADC as our guide and smokescreen for our last card die minute to prevent government late courting. I don't know what that means. It's telling us essentially that ADC is not the last port of call of Peter Obi. Give us good luck, Jonathan and Mustafa. So a more likely pairing for the NDC, Peter Obi, Rabi Kwakwanso. So this will be an interesting ticket to come up actually. And we'll see how that ticket plays out. If Peter Obi comes up as the main opponent of Tinubu, Tinubu need not get out of bed. So there's that one. And then still staying with Peter Obi, there's one more Peter Obi narrative. So let me bring you this. Peter Obi is politicking hard within that. I need. Where's the scroll? Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. I don't want it to do that. I want it to come up. So hold on. Oh, all right. Peter Obi is politicking hard. Am I able to scroll this thing? It's not going to scroll, is it? Let me see. What do I do with this? Hold on. Because this is the... Okay, let's try it from here. Let's see if it's... Hold on. I need this to open in a totally different tab. That's what I need. Let me see. Let me refresh it, see what it does. It's the text that I need to be able to get to, because it's the text that actually tells you the story. All right, will you scroll though? It won't scroll, will it? Let me see if I can, hold on. Let me just do something quickly. Because what this actually tells us is Peter Obi politicking to Rotimi Amechi, essentially asking Rotimi Amechi to step down for him. So obviously that's always worthy of a discussion. So let's see if we can grab it from somewhere else. Oh goodness me. Yes, we'll see if we can grab it from somewhere else because we're on it now. So let me just see if we're able to, you see, because the text of it is really where the story is. This might well be it. Hopefully this does it. Oh, all right. Let's take it from here. So now there it is. So that's Peter Obi. Obviously, they're instantly recognizable figures. Peter Obi and his red cap entourage, and that is Rotimi Amechi right there, of course, in the what's it called? What's that in the jacket, in the business suit? So that's Rotimi Amechi with the white outfit and the undercoat or whatever. What's that thing called? That's not a blazer. But that's Rotimi Amechi right there, of course, shaking hands with people as they depart his residence, and that's Peter Obi meeting him. But what was that meeting all about? Peter Obi visits Rotimi Amechi, gets shock response. In a surprising political move, Peter Obi reportedly met with Rotimi Amechi in what insiders described as a strategic attempt to build alliances ahead of the 2027 race. So there is no other alliance to be built between Peter Obi and Kwakwanso and Rotimi Amechi, apart from one of them, other than one of them stepping down for the other. And the likelihood of Obi stepping down for Rotimi Amechi is more remote than the likelihood of Rotimi Amechi stepping down from Obi for Obi. So what Obi is done essentially is taking his entourage of red cap people to go and meet Rotimi Amechi to invite him to step down and then support him. That's essentially what this meeting is all about. So that's essentially what this meeting is all about. Peter Obi visits Rotimi Amechi, gets shock response. In a surprising political move, Peter Obi reportedly met with Rotimi Amechi in what insiders described as a strategic attempt to build alliances ahead of the 2027 race. Sources claim the visit was aimed at persuading Amechi to step down in support of a unified front. So Amechi to step down from, I think Amechi would have felt insulted actually, because Amechi rates himself vastly above Peter Obi by all of the paradigms. Amechi has done more in politics. He has a stronger body of work and is more advanced within the Nigerian space. Peter Obi's only calling card is that he was an Anambra state governor. But equally, Rotimi Amechi was a state governor, and if you weigh their records as state governors, Rotimi Amechi did better in the state than Peter Obi did in Anambra State. Peter Obi did nothing. But then Rotimi Amechi also has federal footprints. Do you understand? He has also functioned at the federal level as a minister, as we all know, which Peter Obi has not. Equally, Rotimi Amechi has run successful presidential campaigns, which Peter Obi has not. Rotimi Amechi was the campaign director general for the Buhari first term, and he ran that successfully to victory. So there's a lot more to Rotimi Amechi in terms of political achievements than Peter Obi. So the audacity of Peter Obi to tell him, that would have irritated him somewhat. And I'll still get to another clip that speaks to that actually. But let's just run through this fairly quickly. Peter Obi visits Rotimi Amechi, gets shock response. In a surprising political move, Peter Obi reportedly met with Rotimi Amechi in what insiders describe as a strategic attempt to build alliances ahead of the 2027 race. Sources claim the visit was aimed at persuading Amechi to step down in support of a unified front. However, the former Rivers governor firmly rejected the idea, insisting he would not step aside for anyone. Amechi was said to have emphasized that the process must remain transparent, calling for a direct primary where all aspirants test their strength at the poll. The development signals rising tension and a potential shutdown as key political figures begin early positioning for the next presidential contest. I don't see Obi lasting the full strength, the full length of that ADC, whatnot. But that's that. So let's go on from that. So that's essentially Peter Obi. But it's well within right, by the way, to ask Rotimi Amechi to step down for him. And that's good politics still, even though it's not being played in the right direction, because it should have anticipated the response. Rotimi Amechi even hates the guy, if you really want to know. Rotimi Amechi cannot stand somebody like Peter Obi. So this one now, Babatunde Raji Fashola appointed bencher of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So this is another feather in the cap. This is another laurel for Fashola now, who is re-establishing himself within the legal profession, of course, already established as an SAN. Former Lagos State Governor and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Babatunde Raji Fashola, has been appointed a bencher of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by the body of benchers. The appointment, which became effective March the 31st, 2026, adds to Fashola's long record of service in Nigeria's legal and public sectors. The body of benchers serve as the highest governing authority of the Nigerian legal profession, overseeing the call to bar and the discipline of lawyers. A former minister of works, anyway, we all know it's history anyway, so that's just that for Fashola. Former minister of works and housing, Fashola now joins the distinguished body responsible for maintaining the ethics, standard, and traditions of the legal profession in the country. Many in legal and political circles have described the appointment as a fitting recognition of his decades of leadership, professionalism, and contribution to our national development. So hopefully he merits that off the back of his legal sagacity rather than it just being a political whatnot. Let me give you this one. Nigerian government bans importation of detergent, pen, frozen. What happened there? This computer, man. Don't worry if I'm using the older version of Chrome or not now. Can't pop here now. Just give me what I'm after. How did this pop up? Oh, all right. Hopefully you can see that. All right. All right. Let's just rattle through this quickly. Nigerian government bans importation of detergent, pen, frozen chicken, chocolate, cement, others. So yes, this should long have been banned anyway. On what reason on God's own earth would Nigeria need to import chicken? If we cannot produce chicken for us to eat, then we should just hand over the country back to the British, because then we are just retarded. So a lot of things should actually be banned from that country. Detergent, why would we be importing detergent? Why would we import chocolate? The cocoa farms we have in all over Ondo is enough to feed the whole of West Africa in chocolate. Why are we importing chocolate? Why are we importing cement? So all of these things should and rightfully now have been banned. They should have been. It's just a drain on FX now. The federal government, in an updated schedule, has listed cement, detergent, soap, frozen or live poultry, and chocolate bars, amongst others, as items prohibited from coming into the country. So when they're talking about prohibition from coming into the country, they are not saying if you're going back home, you can't buy chocolate for your mom or something. I don't think they object to that. It's commercial importation that they're talking about. The federal government in an updated schedule has listed cement, detergent, soap, frozen and live poultry, and chocolate bars, amongst others as items prohibited from coming into the country. This is in an effort to protect domestic industry and manage the nation's foreign exchange. The revised import prohibition list, dated 1st of April 2026, details 17 major categories of goods that are now strictly barred from entering the country through any port of entry. The latest directive from the Federal Ministry of Finance carries significant implications for importers, clearing agents, and the general public, as it covers a vast range of products from basic food staples to essential life-saving medication. Amongst the most sensitive inclusions in the document is the extensive list of prohibited medicaments. What is medicaments? I don't know what that means. So I've never come up. Is that medication that should mean or medicine? Under HS something or the other, the government has placed a total ban on the importation of common pharmaceutical products, including paracetamol tablets and syrups, metronidazole, except, well, all manners of chemical names I won't attempt. Other widely used health products such as multivitamin capsules, aspirin, folic acid, and various ornaments like penicillin, etc., are now restricted to local manufacturers. This move places the responsibility for the nation's primary healthcare supply firmly on the shoulders of domestic pharmaceutical sectors, while the importation of pharmaceutical waste remains strictly forbidden. So yes, I cannot say that I'm not going to go through the whole list, but I cannot say that I disapprove of that. In fact, anybody importing chicken into Nigeria, that should carry a death sentence even. So are you following this story though? The Muslim Ummah that placed a fatwa on somebody in the north. Are you following that story? Let me bring it to your attention. The Muslim Ummah. I am so mad at this country called Nigeria. Catholic priest says after Imam promises millions to anyone who can behead a pastor and is still working free. So this is the sort of thing, you know. A Catholic priest has expressed outrage after an imam placed a bounty on the head of a pastor he claims insulted Prophet Muhammad. The imam initially placed 1 million naira bounty, but later increased it to 2 billion naira and went ahead to boast about being free after making the threat on a pastor's life. Reacting, a Catholic priest called Father Kelvin pointed out that a student named Deborah was spied by her classmates for alleged blasphemy, and scores of lawyers turned up to defend the suspect. He added that an imam has now made a threat to life over alleged blasphemy and is still working free. He wrote, "It was Muslim students that spied Miss Deborah, their classmate. They brutally stoned her to death because she said something about their prophet that they did not like. They burnt her body to ashes with tires and recorded the whole scene with their faces as they shouted Allah Akbar. Guess what? 2 people were arrested in connection with the killing, and you will not believe it. At least 34 lawyers appeared in the Sokoto Chief Magistrate Court to defend the 2 suspects arrested in connection with the killing of Deborah." Read that again. 34 lawyers, 34 Nigerian lawyers. The case on Deborah has been forgotten. Those arrested were released. As I speak, they are walking free. Make this make sense. Then look at the recent news. A Muslim imam publicly placed a 1 million naira bounty on the head of a pastor, and the imam is still walking free after several days. Cut off his head and I will pay you 1 million naira. Those were his words. Now, he has come out publicly again to boast and double the bounty to 2 million and dared anyone to arrest him. And do you know the honest truth? You already know. I am so mad at this country called Nigeria. So it's just, Nigeria is a lawless country. There's just no, we can't dance around it not to form that conclusion. It's a lawless, it's a country that has, I'm not sure that country has a future, to be honest with you. It's just it's a basket case. Can you imagine, in a country with the religious sensitivity of Nigeria, somebody's able to say that and get away with it? Anyway, let's get into the clips now. So let me bring you this one. This is now where you have to participate. So let me know if you can hear the volume, because the rest of the session now is all about clips. So let me know if you can hear the volume on this one.
Only one or two will be Bola Tinubu's administration.
So this is, as ever, a Tinubu versus Peter Obi sort of a debate. So at the center are advocates for the two sides. And, they've always said Tinubu has not done anything. Tinubu has not done anything. But that narrative now being pushed back. And the narrative of anything they imagine Peter Obi has ever done being pushed back too. So let me know if you can hear the volume on this one.
10 major.
Commissioned or initiated.
Commissioned. Now, when they commissioned, they started to use them. Even the train now was not Bola Tinubu.
Who gave him
Fourth
that credit?
mainland bridge was not Bola Tinubu.
Who has given him that credit? All right, you know what?
No,
based on the metrics. Based on the metrics. Yes, Daddy Freeze.
Yeah.
First of all, based on that metrics, you said Peter Obi took education to number one. Peter Obi never built a single primary school or secondary school all through his
But he fixed all of the schools.
Allow me to talk.
Important. It's important to know that.
Let him talk. Please don't interrupt.
There's one more I need to tell you about Anambra.
Hold on now. He never built one primary school or secondary school. Bola Ahmed Tinubu built 4 millennium schools, secondary schools in Nigeria, in Lagos State, I mean.
So what they're discussing here is the record for record as governors of their individual states. So I think this guy is something law. There was a time we wanted to bring... Anyway, I won't be talking about the people we could have brought. Or we'll start bringing people you know. But listen, so they're comparing records as state governors, Peter Obi versus Tinubu.
Only one or two will be Bola Tinubu's administration. 10 major.
Commissioned or initiated.
Commissioned. Now, when they commissioned, they started to use them. Even the train now was not Bola Tinubu.
Who gave him
Fourth
that
mainland bridge was not Bola Tinubu.
Who has given him that credit? All right, you know what?
No,
based on the metrics. Based on the metrics. Yes, Daddy Freeze.
Yeah.
First of all, based on that metrics, you said Peter Obi took education to number one. Peter Obi never built a single primary school or secondary school all through his 8 years.
He fixed all of the schools.
Allow me to talk.
Important. It's important to know that.
Let him talk. Please don't interrupt.
There's one more I need to tell you about Anambra.
Hold on now. He never built one primary school or secondary school. Bola Ahmed Tinubu built 4 millennium schools, secondary schools in Nigeria, in Lagos State, I mean. Bola Ahmed Tinubu built 4. He gave school back to missionary, which I said was copied by Peter Obi. Yes, now. He gave school back to missionary, which was copied by Peter Obi. And others said had done it before even Peter Obi came up. You understand me? And secondly, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the one, in terms of education, that started paying for WAEC and NECO for schools. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in order to admit more students into schools, divided secondary schools into 2, where we have the junior secondary schools, and they built other sections for senior secondary schools to admit more students into schools. That is in terms of education. Google what I'm telling you, if I'm lying or not. Secondly, in terms of security, you talked about Anambra. It was under Peter Obi that we have the Ezu River incident, where Anambra youths were killed in the river. And during NSAS, when Peter Obi was invited to come and talk, he got a court injunction for them not to question him. And that is the man. Yes, and that is the man you want to entrust with security.
If you are talking individual, if you are talking, let him want to go that way. Let him learn.
You always allow me to learn.
If you go that route,
Stop interrupting me.
Because there are drug cases, so
No.
The one thing we've noticed about the obedience is that they always try to overrun you and break your flow. Anytime you're slicing and dicing their champion, they try to interrupt you and break your flow.
if you
Stop
go that route,
interrupting me. Stop interrupting me.
because there are drug cases, so
No,
let's
stop,
not go there. Oh.
stop interrupting me. Don't mention drug. A civil forfeiture case in the US is not an indictment on drug case.
You forfeited drug
you are
money.
letting me lose.
Please allow me.
Okay.
Allow me. In terms of security, he got a court injunction not to be questioned in that regard. In this Lagos, we know that after democracy was done, that was when there was massive robbery in Lagos. I joined vigilante group that year. If you live in this Lagos, you know what I'm saying. In 2000, you know what I'm saying. Bola Tinubu start Rapid Response Squad. RRS. And he did not just start it, he bought them armored vehicles that were stationed in different corners of Lagos. You don't understand me? In terms of security, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the reason.
Can I disagree?
Hold on. Mawa before Bola Ahmed Tinubu did Operation Kai. Operation Sweep. No, see, this Lagos one, I know it, I know and die. Like the back of my hand because I lived it. And this is it. When he did Rapid Response Squad, all of us were the claim entertainer today. How many of us will go out for night before? If not for all those Rapid Response Squad, we make entertainment what it is in Lagos today. That is part of the thing we say when we say certain things trickles down. You understand me? In terms of health, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the one that started Last Ambulance, that started putting ambulances in different primary healthcare centers around Lagos, and they started stationing it at different places within Lagos. And he built new primary health centers in Lagos. And in terms of governance, bringing governance close to the people, Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the one that started LCDAs to bring governance close to people. Some people before they would travel from Ekpe to come to Aya to come and do ordinary birth certificates, declaration of birth certificate, until they started breaking local government to give people closer access to governance. You understand me? And in terms of Lamata, they are the one in charge of BRT. It was founded by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and I said it that I was the one that sensitized people in 2007 about BRT before they commenced operation. Because they have to sensitize the people before you commence operation. You don't just throw something open and people misuse it. They have to do it before they commence operation. Lamata, LASMA, they went even as far as to court. You understand me? For LASMA to stand in Lagos.
Who started LASMA?
LASMA started with Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Can you help me fact check that?
I think he's right. I think he's right.
I don't know.
I came to Lagos in 2001, and that's when I remember that they were enforcing seatbelt. That's when they started. I said everybody must wear seatbelt. My car, where they use that time, not gonna get seatbelt. So my Rossi bag,
you don't see pass through a lot.
my Rossi bag, I just unhook that thing. Come, took one here, put the other one for my chest.
15th of July 2000.
Okay.
That Tinubu, that one I can verify.
See, don't, Daddy Freeze.
No, I want to
worries.
learn from you now.
Daddy Freeze, no worry. In terms of road infrastructure in this Lagos, you understand me? Tinubu did amazingly well. Go and look at the year that Tinubu inaugurated the roads within this same called Lekki Phase 1. Go and check it. Check me, Daddy Freeze. Yeah, 2002. This Lekki Phase 1, where everybody they shout.
Lekki Express Road.
Lekki Phase 1, inside Lekki Phase 1, the roads inside Lekki Phase 1 was bush.
Who did Lekki Ekpe? Lekki Ekpe. I want to know. I'm asking. This is for information purpose only.
Yes, it was. That one was Fashola.
Latif Jakonde.
Latif Jakonde.
No.
To open this place up.
No, it was Latif Jakonde. The road was aligned by Fashola.
Who did Lekki Ekpe? Fashola, ba?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you understand me? So somewhere like Oregon, for example, these are roads that were done by Tinubu. You remember that Oregon road that was renamed Kudirat Abiola Way?
Yes.
Before, from Odota to get to Alausa would take you over 3 hours. That is now 20 minutes.
My point is that the major projects most of them were not done by Tinubu.
These ones that I'm mentioning.
Commissioned.
No, these ones that I'm mentioning are what?
No, those are normal regular.
No, they are not normal regular. Take last one. No. Don't say that. Don't say those are regular. Your Peter B did not do it. You are calling regular. Why did they say
He did.
Hold on. He didn't. That freeze. Why will Anambra under Fashola when Fashola was governor. Why would?
So what we're seeing there is they are rolling out the big guns to go and defend the Tinubu legacy, because a lot of that legacy seems to have been lost in the funk of politics. So let's go on to this one. We could try and get through the clips quickly, and then we'll see when the panels turn up. So this is Rotimi Amechi. We're back with Rotimi Amechi, and in this particular clip, Rotimi Amechi is being invited. You know, the interviewer actually asked him a cheeky question, and for all of the lack of regard that I have for Rotimi Amechi, I was especially impressed by how he responded to this particular question. That tells you that this guy is able to think on his feet. So this was the question. It says, we are registering now in the ADC. We haven't the six. Anyway, listen to the question and then you see how he responds to it. This I was especially impressed by him. This is a guy fighting hard for that ticket. Oh, no audio. Oh, all right. Somebody is saying there's no audio on that one. You guys should tell me. How would I know if there's no audio unless somebody tells me there's no audio? All right. Let me play you a little bit of music and then I'll fix that audio problem right now. Just bear with me 1 microsecond. I'll fix the audio in a moment. Let me just play you a little something to fill in that gap. Do you want a little bit more of Vulindela? Well, you're having it anyway. So a bit of Vulindela, and then I'll try and fix the audio problem.
Vulindlela, wemam go pozi, eunyana wam, elele uyashata namhlanje. Vulindlela, wena manyauza, suba nomona, unyana wam uthathile. Vulindlela, wemam go pozi, eunyana wam, elele uyashada namhlanje. Vulindlela, wena manyauza, suba nomona, unyana wami uthathile. Bengingazi yombona umakoti, wanyana wami ujongile this time. Maradebe suke ingokweni, uze emshadweni.
All right. Thank you, my South African brother, Vulindela. Happy Vulindela. No. So that was Vulindela. So now tell me now if you can hear the audio now. This should fix it. So tell me now if you can hear the audio now.
They should tell us what they use the money for. I want to see. I'm willing to attend.
Your Excellency, yeah, we're totally out of time. Yes, you're totally out of time. Let me just ask you a political question before we wrap up. And you know, you've been speaker for 8 years, governor for 8 years, minister for 8 years. So you know that when it comes to politics, it's about numbers. Sometimes it's not about who is the best, it's about who can win. So I'm asking about viability criteria. Elijah Atiku Abubakar is coming with 6.9. Peter Obi is coming with 6.1 based on the last election. Robbie is coming with 1-point-something million. You had talked about the fact that your structure was taken over from you in the Rivers State, so you haven't been able to produce a governor. You know, like governors like to produce successors in that sense. And you see what is playing out in Rivers State as we speak. So in terms of viability, not necessarily who is more competent, viability for numbers, do you think you can match the other guys in your team?
All right. So I did say that. Thank you for letting me know you can hear the audio. By the way, that's audience participation. If you don't participate, then I don't know. But you know, you have to bear in mind that they did not give him the questions in advance. So they're asking him questions, and he's having to think on his feet to respond to those questions. So that was why I was especially impressed by Rotimi Amaechi's answer to this question. So the question is that Atiku is bringing 6.9 million votes, Obi bringing 6.1. Does that not trump you then? Does that not advantage them over you? So that's the question that they're putting to Rotimi Amaechi, and this is how he responds to it.
You know, it's the questions you ask that make me give answers that look as if I'm not in tune with my colleagues in the APC. Let's take your question. I ran in APC and I was second without anybody's support, and I was second. So I wasn't on the ballot. Okay, so President Vice President who came with 6-point-something, my friend and colleague, P2B came with 6-point-something million votes and all that. Fine, good question. But we are registering now in ADC. Why haven't that 6-point-something million registered with ADC? Why are we struggling? Why do we have 3 million? See, the factors are different. Nigerians are hungry. They are looking for somebody who can find solution to their problem. That's why I said that it's about viability and capacity. I said so in the ADC convention, and that I am the most viable to contest that election because Nigerians are looking for the following factors: who can bring food on our table, who can change the issue of security. I have run Rivers State and I've shown that I can fight insecurity. Who again can represent us well? And I'm absolutely here. Of all of us running, I'm 60. Whether you like it or not, I'm 60. Unfortunately, I'm 60. Whether fortunately or unfortunately, I'm 60. So it is not about this person. If I was on the ballot, I would have had more than 6.something million votes because of my acceptability. So you can.
All right. That's where I wanted him to land on. So his response to that question is that one is a very skewed question. Because you are saying Peter Obi, he's bringing 6 million votes, Atiku bringing 6.9 million votes, but then Peter Obi and Atiku were on the ballot and Rotimi Amaechi was not. So you are not weighing them within the same parameters because you cannot deduce how many votes Rotimi Amaechi would have brought had he been on the ballot. So that is somewhat of a weighted question to decide. So it's not a balanced question because the parameters does not include Rotimi Amaechi, and I thought he responded to that excellently well. So yeah, I was quite impressed by that response. That's really the thing. Let me bring you this one. So now with this one now. So we're still in the Peter Obi versus Tinubu space. So. And people often say that, character. What's those mantras that they like to chant about Peter Obi? characters, capacity, competence. Is that not what they like to? That's what they've been trying to rebrand him as, even though you don't say it either in his utterances or in his actions as the governor of Anambra State. But they try to sell him along that line, and then they like to sell Tinubu as a dithering, fuddy-duddy, some confused elderly man that has no function. So that's what they've been saying. Now, this clip now that I'm about to play you addresses those two spaces. Watch this.
Should we compare Tinubu and Peter Obi in terms of intelligence? Let us watch this video.
And what is the problem? That we are not today at a great advantage to compete with Russia on gas. Because we have not invested. We didn't put investment on long-term incentive to compete in Europe. Our gas is in the ground. It cannot turn to money until we push out there. What is the problem? Tax variations. The investors was lower taxes. I don't blame them. But I will grant you the lower taxes and take my deferred profit in the future. The deferred profit can be discounted. I'm turned to money today. As long as there's guarantee, no disruption, and effective commitment to the sanctity of contract.
It is normal if obedience don't like Tinubu, but you telling us that you voted for Peter Obi because he's more intelligent or competent than Tinubu should be a punishable offense. Share your opinion on this as Nigerians. I am Ajibari Talks. Like, comment, and follow.
All right, so there it is right there. So that's a very pitch perfect response to a very complex question. If you want me to tell you what Tinubu said, I can repeat it to you, but I think you heard him. He's talking about leveraging resources in a contractual way to monetize them instantaneously, and he walked you through the pathway to achieving that. And like I was saying, how impressed I was by how Rotimi Ameti was able to respond on the spot. I was equally, you cannot but be impressed, because Tinubu, of course, like Rotimi Ameti, wasn't giving questions in advance. They asked him the question and he gave his response. So he already, that's, if you think that that's not a functioning brain, then they more fool you. So don't be confused by his frail and stuttering speech pattern. No, the brain is as sharp as whip, and you see it there. Sit Peter Obi in that same seat and ask him the same question. Peter Obi would not understand the question, never mind being able to craft a response. You know that, I know that now. There's nobody within the Nigerian firmament that doesn't know that. Peter Obi is a very low IQ sort of a human being, you know. He knows these. He knows the maneuverings around the street. It's like a street fighter sort of a person. You know, all these double dutch, ethnic dog whistling, tribal something. He's very adept at that. But in the actual functionings of a structured thing that is progressive and crafts development, Peter Obi has never done anything innovative in his life now. Look at the previous clip that we watched when they were telling us how Tinubu broke up the Lagos State schooling system in order to accommodate more students, created all of these agencies to tame the state and all that. Peter, anyway, let's forget. I don't like slamming that guy, but it's just so, it irritates me when people try to compare somebody like Tinubu with Peter Obi. It's beyond. It's an affront. That guy was saying whoever does that should be arrested, and I think I'm in accordance with that thought. So now, in the upcoming election, Tinubu can do a lot worse than to appoint Yemsin Wike as his campaign director. Yes, when Yemsin Wike belongs to the PDP, we know that. But if you appoint Yemson Wike as his campaign director, then the election will be over before 12 noon. And this is why. Listen to this.
He won't win. There's no need of talking about if he becomes president. He will not be president. I know that when he gets to 82 years, he will still run. Even though he has said that this will be the last time. No, I encourage him to run again because that's the only way he can survive is by running. So don't take anything seriously about what the vice president said that this government has done. Even you as a journalist, can you really accept that what you said is correct? Our politics is that people will just put their, blind their eyes and say that nothing good at all. It is not possible. It's unfortunate. One of the things I read, he said, look, he's more popular than Kwankwaso. He's more popular than El-Rufai. He's more popular than Tambawa. And you can imagine that. Tomorrow night, he will say that other parties are the ones causing problem for his party. He's already starting to sow seed of discord. Simply because he was the vice president, he now believes that he's more popular than any other person. Well, I don't want to bother. That is their party. Whatever they want to do with them, it's not our business. Our business is that we're providing what Nigerians need. Nigerians are happy with what we are doing. So I don't know who is the one that told him that this government has not achieved anything. I was surprised if he said this government has achieved a lot. He's a serial opposition person, so there's nothing we can do about it. It's unfortunate for him, but let him leave this 2027. It's not available for him. I believe by 2031, probably should be 82 years that time or what, I don't know. For those of you who know him very well, I don't know. So we'll encourage him to run too. Even if he doesn't want to run, we'll encourage him to run.
So that's Yemson Wike right there, slicing and dicing Atiku Abubakar. So slicing and dicing Atiku Abubakar are still on the theme of slicing and dicing Atiku Abubakar. Here, watch this as he gets sliced and diced even more. Here is his rejection. I think this will be the Adamawa State faction. No. This is the other faction of the ADC. And this is what they had to say about Atiku's convention.
We want to let the party members and the general public know that the Suya convention that ADC coalition held on the 14th of April 2026 at an event center in Abuja is null and void, as it is against the law of the land, both the Electoral Act 2026 and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. There is an existing court order from the Federal High Court and the Supreme Court, respectively, that...
all right, so that's the other faction of the ADC right here, drawing the battle line between them and the Atiku faction, the Suya Convention. That's the bit I really wanted you to hear. So just one last bit, and then we'll send the link again, see if people want to come in. So in this one right here, this is the humbling of a very daft man, or what is it called, now offering the apology to Sowore, seeing now that Kakinobi leader, he thought his small little popularity on social media has now made him above everything else. But the level of backlash that he has been suffering regarding his attack on Peter, not on Peter Obi, his attack on Sowore and even Showore's family has now led to the humbling of this Sapele Water guy from Edo State. So let's hear the humbling of a very daft man.
All right, so in light to my recent discovery about how Omoyele Sowore makes his money, first things first, I just want to apologize to Omoyele Sowore for the video that I made questioning how he could afford that expensive school fees for his child. And also, I want to apologize to the people that look up to me and to the people that believe in what I do. You know, this back and forth with Omoyele Sowore, to be very honest, it was avoided, you know, but I'm really, really, really sorry. So apparently, I didn't even know that Omoyele Sowore has previously made a video on Honest Bunch. It's one of these podcasts. He said it there that he makes $50,000. Then that Sarah used to make $50,000 every month. And I also saw this post from this person that says Showore has a media organization called Sahara Reporters, which was grossing roughly $50,000 a month, aside from all those grants that were awarded. $50,000 a month is roughly 70 million naira. And when I went down, we said finally, Showore's net worth is estimated to be around $10 million. And this is the video where Omoyele Showore said it.
Sarah was making up to $50,000 per month of Google.
However, Omoyele Showore said then, like Sarah was making, mean it's like a past tense. So maybe now it would have dropped, or maybe it has gone up. So this is why I just want to apologize, just to clear the air. I don't need to ask Omoyele Showore again, say how much does he make, how could he afford all that. So I apologize, and I sincerely apologize. Thank you very much. Peace and love, don't play. If you play, you're going to learn, and you learn the hard way. I know a lot of you will be surprised that I'm apologizing. You see me like this when I'm wrong, and I will just talk, say I did wrong. You understand? So you don't.
So this is strike 2 against this very daft man, or whatever it is you call him. This is strike 2 against this Sapele Water guy from the creeks. The strike 1 was when he tried to steal all those hundreds of millions of donation money that he was telling us that his account was hacked. And then the people quickly rushed after him and say, put that money back. And then he said it was a joke. So that was strike 1. So this one now trying to besmirch Omoyele Showore's name. This is strike 2. And we all know the golden rule, 3 strikes and you are out. That's how it works in any form of, in any space. You are allowed 2 opportunities. The 3rd opportunity gets you cancelled. So the next time this guy misjives or missteps or get beyond his breaches, and that will be the final strike for him. So strike 2 against a very daft man from the creeks. Strike 2 against very daft man from the creeks. I've still got plenty of stuff to show you, but I think I'll pause there, play you the Kegite music. I'll send the link, see if anybody wants to come in. We kick off a conversation, and in the course of the conversation, we can be introducing other little snippets. But first, as ever, the Kegites.
Only water, only water, where they see my water. Oh yes, water, only water, where they see my Hapa oh night oh, Hapa oh night oh, Hapa you don't come oh, Hapa oh night oh, Hapa oh night oh, Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù yé o, ilé sọ́dí kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o, Bobby Master kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o, Chief Faila ti kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o, eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù dé, eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù dòdò jàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ bọ́dì o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yẹ o, ó dìlé o. Odúyẹ̀lá ẹ̀yẹ o, ó dìlé o. Petrosonama ẹ̀yẹ o, ó dìlé o. Petrosodúnkẹ́ ẹ̀yẹ rẹ̀ ó dìlé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run mẹ́kọ̀. Ikú kò ní ríwà gbéṣe o.
And it is right there. Ikuku Niru Agwesheme death have nothing to do with us. Joining us from Amsterdam, that's Solly right there, you all know Solly. Joining us from London, that's Kenny right there, you all know Kenny. Joining us from Scandinavia, that's Zita right there, you all know Zita. And joining us from the United States of America, That's Bishop right there. You all know Bishop. So good to have you, lady and gentlemen. Good to have you. Still plenty of spaces. Anybody that wants to hop on. We'll do 5-7 minutes monologue just to get through everybody quickly, because I know my opening monologue can be somewhat long and winding. So just so that you're not held for too much longer, we do 5-7 minutes monologue in the order that people came in. Solly, you're up first. Solly, Kilonchele. Look at that. Is this the lazy youth that Buhari was telling us about? Solly? Yes, it's that thing. No, yeah, he's back on that thing. He's probably comatose somewhere. Maybe he's passed out even. No more. Look at this. Are you there, Solly? Oh, all right. I think we will not have Solly for the moment. Do we want to go to Bishop?
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you now. You were muted and we were calling you.
I kept on trying to unmute. I kept on trying to unmute.
You've been long in love with the system now. Baoni.
Now me mute you.
Look at that.
So you see
the long reach of Zeta. Look at that. This is it. Is that Israeli technology? The one they are using to blow people up with mobile phones. How are you? What's going on?
Very good.
I was just catching fun. Don't mind me.
Yes.
So thank God they've brought up the situation of that very foolish man. Like, and I'm glad, you know, he got the pushback from Nigerians, which shows you that people know Shore. People have been noticing him, but they've intentionally.
Shore is a bigger name than this guy now, but he thinks it's a moment. Do you know a guy called Andy Warhol? He's an American painter. But what he's famous for is that in life, everybody will get 15 minutes of fame. So this guy thinks because... Anyway, sorry, carry on. The floor is yours. Carry on.
So I've been saying that I suspect that very dark man since, because when EFCC arrested him, they took his phone, right? And till today, his phone is still with EFCC. If he did no wrongdoing, why doesn't he sue EFCC? Unlike very dark man, Lord has never compromised, no matter what. He has never paid bribe for his freedom, and he has never tried to muscle his way or connect his way out of freedom. Every time EFCC has come against Lord has sued them back. That is the person that VDM put in prison. Now, EFCC took this stupid guy's phone, and they are still with it till today. And this guy has not sued them. He hasn't said anything. He hasn't done anything to get his phone back. My guess is that EFCC has found something in that stupid boy's phone, and they've been using him to do their bidding since. So he now came and he tried to accuse Showuri of this thing. And woman, do you know that this guy faked a WhatsApp conversation and used it as part of his proof? When I saw the WhatsApp conversation, you know, the tonality of someone, when you know the way someone talks, right? And somebody else tells you that, oh, this is what somebody said, or this is what somebody did. And you will not see it because you know the tonality of the person. That's what happened. Before you knew it, you know, when I saw the message, I said that this doesn't sound like Showuri. You know, the next day it came out and people now started talking about how he faked it. Upon all of that, if somebody gets to the point to discredit another person by faking a message and they still have followers in Nigeria, then that tells you why we have people like Tinubu and all this wiki that they complain about. That's when I realized that Nigerians don't, it's not that they don't like what APC is doing or they are angry or this thing. They are just jealous that they are not the ones there doing it. That is just it. So somebody that sells news and jacks men off, right? That is what Nigerians say is their Mr. Integrity, their Lord and Savior. You know, so Nigeria is just a confused country. And Nigerians came and attacked this stupid guy. And one man, you didn't finish playing the video of his apology. Immediately after that part that you cut off, he now started laughing. If you go to his page, he's still there. He now started laughing. He said he's not apologizing anything, that I just wanted to fool people. Very unrepentant bandits. So he has pride and he has ego because Nigerians have allowed it. You know, Nigerians have given him the liver, and he's not even threatening police officers on top of everything. That guy is going to get arrested soon. That's what me I believe is going to happen. They are going to build up a case against him, and they are going to lock him up permanently. Not permanently, but for a long time. And if that doesn't happen, then that means government is using him. This guy started entering private jets. Before you know it, he's in weddings with people like Sheyi Tinubu. He's in parties with people like Sheyi Tinubu. He's fraternizing with all the oppressors, being their friends, going to their party, and at the same time calling himself activist. After Nigerians called him out, he now did something manipulative. He now went to go and start making video of the school that he's working on, the charity, the foundation, you know, just so that Nigerians will be like, this guy is doing something good. But it's rubbish. People have scattered that claim. If you truly want permanent change, you will fight government, because all this, when government is not working, just like Nigerian pastors, if Nigeria is working, their business will fail. If Nigeria is working, somebody like Very Dark Man will become irrelevant, right? So obviously, he does not want government to work so that he can be fixing one road or one school and people can be calling him good. He has the power to start revolution, but he said that Nigerians are not worth it. But he wants to amass Showore that is fighting for all Nigerians, regardless of very, very stupid guy. Ever since he came in the limelight, anytime he talks about politics, he just used to sound like an idiot. But you know, Nigerians are majority of Nigerians are the ones living in Nigeria, they are very stupid. I'm just going to say it. I don't want to sugarcoat my words again. They are gullible and they are ignorant, you know, and they don't know anything. And they are very proud in their ignorance, meaning that if you correct them, they will rather be wrong. They will rather want to win an argument. Just like you said with this obedience, instead of taking corrections, they want to start speaking over you. Before you know it, they will start lying, they will start making up words, they will start insulting you, you know, just being manipulative. They want to start gaslighting you. At the same time, these people will tell you that they are going to church on Sunday to go and pray and that they want to change Nigeria for the better, which is a lie. Which at this point, I like to see them suffer because they are liars. They are just liars. They don't want to change. They don't want to be good people. They just want to do woo to the answer. They like Nigeria system the way it is. They like it. If not, they would. If they are truly angry, they would have destroyed the government. They would have scattered everything and everywhere. But it's a lie. They want to keep the system intact so that in case one day they get to the position where they can oppress people, they can still have that same system. They are liars. They are all liars, and I can't wait till they lose the next election. I want to see what they will do. I want to see what they will do next.
What's going on? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible.
Madam Zita, I can hear you. Not sure what happened to Solly and one man.
Nobody
Solly,
is
we can't
talking.
hear you.
Huh?
So we can't hear Solly anymore.
Oh, okay.
One man, are you there?
Let another person speak now. If Solly, I beg you, if Solly is no longer speaking, let another person take over. Who is next?
I think it's you and you or Mighty.
No, it's
Then
Bishop Mighty, then Bishop before me.
okay.
I think you
Yes,
just
go
go
ahead.
ahead, Madam Zita.
Bishop can go. Is Mighty
No,
there?
you go ahead, Madam Zita.
No. Is Mighty there? Huh? Hello? Hello?
We are hearing you. Maybe it's not there. Yeah, I'm hearing you very clearly.
Okay, Bishop, go now.
No, Madam, let me go after you.
Okay. Okay. What are we speaking about? Huh? Hello?
You have to wait for 1 minute.
One
A
man
lot of topics.
actually, he spoke on a number of topics, quite a number of them. Even though the one that Solly was talking about, I don't even know anything about very warm man and or whatever. Very warm. No,
I don't want to talk about those ones. I beg.
that's what I'm saying.
I shouldn't
I don't even
be
know any.
wasting my time this early hours of the morning talking about show. I don't even know who the heck that one was.
I don't even know anything about that. So.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So, anyways, let's move on to the next topic. That guy is a very stupid guy, and it's only in Nigeria that he can gain that kind of popularity out of stupidity, because Nigerians are just proud, ignorant people. The ones in Nigeria, Sha.
Okay,
now
so
in
sorry,
terms of
hold on. I don't know much about Very Dark Man, but I see a lot of charity stuff that he does, right? He goes around helping people, maybe raising money. That's not true neither.
Sorry, you said what was the last thing you said?
I don't know much about Very Dark Man, but he goes around trying to help people. He does charity. He raises money for people in need. I mean, is that all fake or what?
We don't even know, because one day he said that, oh, the money in the NGO is gone. He claimed that he was pranking Nigerians. So we don't even know.
He tried to steal that money now. He tried to steal it. If they had not gone after him, if they had not gone after him the way they did, he would have stolen hundreds of millions. So this boy.
He said that his account was hacked.
Yes, imagine.
Anyway, like one man said, it's strike one, strike. He has done strike two with Showore now. It remains strike three. Hopefully, Nigerians will have the common sense to cancel him. You know what he now did? Now that he has a lot of female, Nigerian women now, or women in general, once you have fame and money, they will just support you no matter what. So Nigerian women that did not like him before, now they are defending him, even though everybody is going against
you should see the way those girls are throwing themselves at him. It's unbelievable.
That's women for you now. One man, they don't care if it's good or bad, as long as you are famous and rich, you qualify, you tick their boxes. So let's move on to real topics, not that miscreants. Now, with the NDC, Tinubu boys are inside the NDC now. They are parked there already now. Obviously, they will not waste time. So NDC is just trying to, make mockery of Obi and Kwakwanso. Those ones, they are very unserious people. I don't even know why we keep on talking about them. Once we get to the primaries, at least we can finalize their loss. And for Obi to ask Amechi to step down, I agree with you, one man. Amechi would have seen that as very insulting. Amechi is a very staunch person. He doesn't see them as on their level. And to him, it's quite insulting that he even has to compete with the likes of Obi and Atiku for that ticket in the first place. So let's just
actually, sorry, if we're talking about the most qualified person in our ADC, it has to be Rotimi Amechi, because Rotimi Amechi, it was a successful, because he achieved some successes in Rivers State. His record in Rivers State is better than Peter Obi's record in Anambra State, and he also functioned at the federal level. So he has been number one, and then he has been a senior team player. If you look at Atiku, his only credentials is that he was number two to Obasanjo. He was never a decision maker, and the only credentials of Peter Obi is that he was a governor. But so was Rotimi Amechi, as well as being an important federal minister. So if you just look at their CV, Rotimi Amechi is the most qualified in the ADC. Kwakwanso as well. Kwakwanso was former defense minister, two-term governor of an important state. So if we're going by credentials, those two are more qualified than Atiku or Peter Obi.
Yeah, but both of them are going to cheat Amechi out of the position. At the end of the day, one man, these people are miscreants. I swear to God, I can't believe that I wasted brain power, arguing with these people's followers and all these things, or things that are the obvious. I don't even want to talk about them again. Let's talk about Nigeria. Now, as far as that Muslim people that put fatwa, you see, these northerners there, they have stretched their hand out too long. You know, they've spread their wings too long, and they don't know, they cannot read the room, that their empire and their strength will soon fall. Because once Tinubu clinched that second term ticket, Tinubu does not forgive people. You know that. Well, I think we all know that. We all know that with our body. You will make them politically irrelevant. They will never be able to. They will never be able to recover ever again, as long as that man is alive, and maybe even after death, he will destroy them. So they should have as much fun as they want to do. They should continue to do their Sharia law and their fatwa and all this kind of thing. Who I blame are the Nigerians that are easily forgetful. When I keep on telling, I was on Dr. Damage's platform, is it yesterday or today? And I was telling them how in my neighborhood, people came together regardless of tribe, and we placed our neck on our.
So sorry, we don't allow people to promote other platforms here because people don't promote. They don't promote us on other. We used to allow that, but we don't anymore. But carry on.
I'm trying to make a point on the obedience, right? So I was talking about how we came together as a community, regardless of tribe, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. You know, anytime I'm coming here to argue, I used to say, let it go. And I never let it go. That shows you the kind of environment I grew up in. When something happens to Nigerians, they forget and they move on easily. In my own community where I grew up, we don't forget. We don't let go. We continue pushing and pushing. We pressurize our local government chairman so much that that man had to pack his load. He sold his house and he left that neighborhood. At the end of the day, we got everything that we wanted. We got our roads, we got our lights, we got our government water, we got every single thing a normal country, a normal functioning country should get. When they say pressurize your local government, pressurize this one and that one, I used to make fun of them, but that is the truth. You know what these people started doing? They started speaking over me, they started lying, they started gaslighting, they started telling me that the history that I grew up in was different, and started. This tells you a lot about the stupidity of this kind of people, and I don't want to waste brain power on them. If people are putting fatwa on you and you are coming out to complain, and the next day or the next week you forget about it, maybe you deserve that fatwa. Just maybe you deserve it, because you are a stupid person. You are a stupid person that easily forgets danger that is around you and you let it go. Nigerians, majority of them, they are the problem. They are their own problem. They don't fight for themselves. They don't fight for their rights. They are always complaining that nobody is fighting for them. That is what I noticed. They are always looking for somebody to fight for them. You are living in fucking Nigeria, and you don't want to pressurize your political leaders. You just want to sit down and expect them to do their work. Forget politics. The average Nigerian does not even do their work unless you pressurize them. That is their nature. So why are you sitting down there and complaining and doing nothing about it? So if eventually that fatwa works and they buy the pastor, you will now blame the government. Meanwhile, you sat down there like
no, but what can they do about it?
Can't they pressurize the authorities to find the man day in, day out? Until those authorities are tired of them.
That's what that pastor is doing now. This bishop.
Do you think he's still doing it now? One man, do you think he's one man in 1 week they are going to forget about it?
The unfortunate thing is they will end up buying that pastor that is put a fatwa on.
One man, are you going to one man? Yes or no? In 1 week, are they not going to forget about it?
But they'll forget it now. But the tragedy is that the imam has not been picked up. That's the real tragedy. If a pastor had said that about an imam, it won't last 1 hour.
One man, I told you that we pressurized our local government chairman till the man packed his load, sold his house, and left that neighborhood. We literally used to come to his gate and knock on his door. So if you truly want something, you will have no excuses. One man. Our life was not even on the line. His life is on the line. And in 1 week, he's going to forget about it. One man, even an animal in the wild, when a predator is chasing a gazelle, do they just sit down there and say that the humans are not helping them fight the lion? Do they sit down there and say the people that are making the documentary, why don't they help them fight? Do they sit down there? They run. And they run as when all this Like, it's just common sense. Common sense. But if it's their house girl, they will never let that house girl go. They will beat the house girl till the house girl has mark all over her body. And they will continue to beat her and remind her and scold that house girl for years. And psychologically brutalize that house girl. I know what Nigerians do. I know how they treat people that are weaker than them. They can never stand up to people that they think is bigger than them. So, woman, don't give them all these nonsense excuses. Your life is on the line. If you are a pastor, you have members. Every single day, you and your members are supposed to go and meet the authorities. Until that man is captured, you should not let the authorities rest. When that man wake up, he should see you in front of his house, in front of his gate. You should stand in front of that police station. That is where you start doing your service for your own safety and security. If it was an house, if it was that pastor's house girl that put fatwa, are you telling me that he's going to let it go? Is he going to let it go? He will never let it go. He will beat up that house girl, and then he will go to church to go and preach again on Sunday. So please stop giving Nigerians all these excuses. They deserve no excuse. They are weak cowards that only know how to. If that pastor came here now, he will be insulting me. He will be talking to me anyhow. Am I lying? Exactly. It's true. But now they call fatwa on him and he's crying up and down, and he has gone to go and sit down in his house like a weak bitch.
You know the unfortunate thing, Solly. You see this your obstinate zeal, which we all admire. It will never play out within the Nigerian space. You may do it once, you may do it twice. That same example is just a minor little space. If you go with that sort of fervor against this sort of a narrative, you might not come out of there alive.
One man. You see, I don't know how I can explain it to somebody that has never experienced it before. Me that have experienced something like this in multiple neighborhoods, because I lived in 2 communities where we did this. You know what pains me? You are not even curious enough to ask me how we did it. You simply just deny that it is impossible. So let's just move on to the next topic. Let's just move on. Hold
on.
Let's move on. It's impossible.
Let's not.
You said it's impossible.
Now.
You were not even curious enough to ask me how it was possible. What strategies we used. You did not care about it. Your own was that it is immediately impossible in Nigeria. So let's move on. I don't want to argue. I don't want to waste brain power.
Don't argue. Hold on now. Let's move on. You don't have to. Sorry, can you settle down?
Let's agree with your own. Let's move on. Please. I don't want to. Please, let's just move on. You said it's impossible now.
Why don't you just hold on? How about that? Just do that first. You don't have to.
I don't want to waste my time.
No, I don't. No, we don't have to agree, but we have to explore the options. I don't have to agree with you. You don't have to agree with me. But let's just state the possibilities, and we don't have to bring high emotions into every conversation. What I'm saying to you is that I admire what you and your community did there, and I endorse that. But I'm telling you that the dynamics in this sort of a scenario, when it comes to religious, tribe, and all of that, the dynamics work differently, and it's high stakes.
Okay, it's 100% impossible. Let's move on.
All right, if that's what you want. All right. Give us
If I was in Nigeria, me and you could never live in the same neighborhood. I'd rather move out because you end up getting all of us killed with that kind of mindset.
All right. Okay.
Yes, now we specifically chose the neighborhoods that we stayed in. Obviously, people like you would have left our neighborhood. We wouldn't even allow you to stay long.
All right. I live in very expensive places,
let's move on to the next one.
Okay.
I'm tired of arguing with Nigerians.
Okay, go on to the next one now.
Everything is impossible for you guys.
Nobody. Now, hold on. You have to always try to engage with people rather than fight them. You don't have to agree with them, but engage with them.
I don't want.
All right. Go to the next topic.
I will never engage any Nigerian
So
again.
is
You guys
either
are setting your way.
so is either your way or no way? Is that your view to life? Your way or
No,
no
you are the
way?
one that said it's impossible now. So let's move on. Why would I argue
I
with
did
you?
not say it's
You said
okay. Go to the next topic. Just
you
go to
said
the
it's
next topic.
impossible. Please, let's
I
move on.
did not say that. I did not say that. I said let's explore what you said. That's what I said. And then
No, there's nothing to explore.
you went into your high emotions. You went to high emotions as always. But what are you making of this these headlines? Nigerian government to ban importation of detergent. Yeah. Do you want to speak on that, or do you want to speak on?
I've been trying to speak on it since, but you don't want me to move on.
All right, carry on.
So what I said about Tinubu's government is that what they do is, or the way Tinubu plays his politics, they let you suffer. They will let you suffer. They will let you suffer as much as possible. You will complain. But once it's getting close to election, right, you will start to notice that they start to do everything right. One man, do you know that they've installed, I don't know, maybe hundreds or thousands of public toilets in Lagos? Did you see that? So what they usually do is when it's time for election, they will start. You will just see that all of a sudden they just start doing everything right. It's like they make a U-turn because they want you to start seeing that maybe I was wrong. Maybe this guy is actually doing everything right. Maybe this one, maybe that Tinubu is actually working. His policies and everything is working. All these things, if they had started doing it at the beginning of his regime, you would have seen the results bear fruit. But they want you to thank them for doing their work because that is when it is most potent during election period. They've also banned the import of they've also removed import taxes on certain things like manufacturing tools and a lot of things. I think including cars, they've lowered the import taxes and they've removed import taxes from a lot of things. So from this period, you start to see them do a lot of things right? And all the Nigerians that were complaining before, or majority of them that were complaining before, they will vote for Tinubu again, and they will allow government again.
Sorry, I'm not sure if you're aware, that was captured in the tax reforms. So that's an act of law, what you just said. It's not a policy, it's a law.
Okay, but when was it implemented?
The tax reform was just done about 6 months ago now.
That's just what I'm trying to say. Maybe you're stuck on the word policies, but I mean in general, they will start making everything turn around. You will start seeing everything working. You will start seeing new policies, new laws, and everything will be working for the people because that is when it is most potent. During the last few months or the last year to election, then a lot of people will now be able to be confident and say, oh, Tinubu is working, can't you see? And they will actually have results to back it up with. This is how Tinubu has always run his political game. I said this thing years ago. People on the platform, as usual, they were arguing with me. The same way that I said PDP was finished. If not for Wiki, PDP will be completely finished. When I said it, people were arguing with me. Now I've tried to tell you how you make your community work. Even with this terrible government style, you are still pushing back on it. Nigerians just like to suffer. And at this point, I like to watch Nigerians suffer because I hate arguing with Nigerians. It's better for you to suffer.
Are you banging the table? Are you banging the table? Don't bang the table.
Nigerians are annoying. Nigerians are very annoying. They are very proud in their ignorance. Very, very proud in their, and they are willing to fight for that ignorant opinion. I'm literally telling you something worked. There was a layout, there was a plan, there was a procedure. We had lawyers, we had a whole process to make it work. But you are here telling me that, oh, if I try that in first you said if I try that in Nigeria, then you are now put it to religious, like you are so set in your ways. So Nigerians, before you guys give me brain aneurysm, I need you guys. You are on the platform, you will not suffer. But people in the comment section, a lot of them are in Nigeria and they will be pushing back on me. They are the ones suffering. See, let me tell you something. I enjoyed Nigeria to the fullest. All these things that people are talking about and complaining about, in my own experience, in my own memory, Nigeria was one of the best countries since when I was young till when I left Nigeria. I never suffered from any Nigerian problem. Nigerian government was good to me till I left that country. If you want to know the truth, all these complaints that I used to complain about is because of other people suffering. But now I've realized that maybe other Nigerians really deserve to suffer because they are completely stupid. Majority of them are stupid. They don't want to do the right thing. When you tell them how to do the right thing, all they do is complain, and they will never try. They choose not to try. They choose to be ignorant. And if they realize that you are right, what they start to do is they start to talk over you. They start to lie about you. They start to, want to gaslight you, or they start to try to spoil your name or insult you. You motherfuckers deserve to suffer. That is just the truth. Because it is only through suffering that you people do the right thing, which is very annoying. I'm not going to fight for any Nigeria again till you guys suffer very well. So that next time when I come and talk, nobody will be foolishly, stupidly arguing back with me, because you would have suffered well. That is just the truth. Tinubu till 2031, you guys deserve it.
Do you think there are other ways outside of your way?
So I was going to ask the question.
Yes. Do you think there are other ways outside of you?
I'm trying to wrap
If I have a way that has worked, 100% foolproof, that has worked, and you guys don't have any way that has worked. You have been trying all your fucking bastard life, and Nigeria has never worked for you.
No. Hold on. Settle down on the language. Hold on, Bishop. No. Wait. No. Just you don't have to. You don't have to. Hold on. Can you just hold on, my guy? You have to hold on now. At least, if you don't respect me, respect the audience. Just you can disagree without being disagreeable. You don't have to use. We know you for sophisticated words now, so we don't need the guttural thing for impact. So what I was asking you is that, are there any other ways outside of what you are prescribing, or you are just single tunnel visioned that your way is the only way?
One man, it is going to be very difficult for me to bring up a new solution from scratch. However, majority
can
of
other
the
people bring up solutions? Can other people bring up solutions?
Please, now I'm going to let me.
You don't have a solution. You are here making noise. You are here making noise this morning. You don't know where. I don't know where this guy stands.
God will punish you if you talk again. God will punish you.
No. Sorry, you have to cool down on the heavy emotions. I'll wrap it up in about 3 minutes. We're moving around. Yeah.
Yes, I am tired of lowering my intellect to talk to these animals that don't know anything. These people that Nigeria has never worked for them and always complaining. Somebody that, Nigeria has worked for me, and I try to tell these animals how Nigeria works and how we can make it work for them. But these animals that have no solution, shut up.
Nigeria is working for you.
Hold on. Just let him vent his plane, and then we'll move the mic.
One man, you said 5 minutes, 7 minutes. You've been talking for 30 minutes.
All right. Bring it home, sorry, so that people can speak. Yeah.
These people with no solutions that come to come and cry, and I've been crying before I was born, are trying to tell me that my solution that has worked will not work. If they have been all their life, they've been spending all their life to come up with a solution and it has never worked, they can continue in their frivolity and continue to work in the desert all their life. I don't care anymore. I'm going to use the systems that have worked for me to continue to better my life. You guys can keep on crying all the days of your life. I don't even give a fuck again. If you guys suffer, that is your business. Suffer. I will watch it, and I watch it in delight. I'm tired of Nigerians. I'm completely tired of them. If they suffer, it won't pain me anymore. I don't care again. I really don't care. A lot of them actually deserve the suffering that they deserve it, because they put themselves in that position. A lot of these people that complain about Nigeria, if you give them the solution and they can do it, even if you want to do it for free for them, they will not take it. I think they delight in their misery. They love their misery. Some of them are
you are wasting everybody's time here.
Punishment on your family. Is your family that time that will be wasted? Stupid guy.
All right, sorry. All right, thank you, sorry. All right.
Enough.
All right.
Well, if you are cashew, I will give you for help. Nonsense.
Punish you and your family.
Nonsense human being. You
Punish you
are
and your
almost
family.
30 minutes now. You are saying rubbish. 30 minutes you are saying rubbish here. I'm still here listening to this rubbish you are saying. I'm here listening to this rubbish. Jangawu. You are saying here. God is already punishing you. God is already punishing you. Where are you now? You are Japan doing nothing. Doing nothing here. God is already punished you. I cannot curse your family, but God is already punished you. You are here waiting most of people's time. Eh? You are not talking anything since the morning. You just going round, saying rubbish. If you near 12 is me now, I will give you head. No stress, human being. See your head. See your head. I don't know where you stand. I don't know where you stand.
What's going on?
What have you been here? Fuck you here. Fuck you. You are finished human being. You are finished human being. Mad people, you are doing boy in abroad in over there. Doing nothing to have any investment in this country.
All right, gentlemen. All right. Yeah, but both of you, I think I'll meet you. So thank you, both of you. A lot of you, some of you may be too young to remember, but there was an American.
I had 3 minutes, and you let this guy interrupt me for that whole.
No, you had already exhausted your 3 minutes. Okay. Round off in a minute. Sorry.
You are saying rubbish almost 40 minutes here.
Can we just? No. Sorry. Round off in a minute. You've already had more than close to 40 minutes, by the way.
Please. Because if this was me, you would have taken me backstage. Please take this motherfucker backstage.
No, don't call him names. Then they have to unmute and cross you back.
He's going to interrupt me again. He's going
to just land it. Sorry, land it in a minute. You've had 40 minutes already. Don't call him names now.
But does not want to give respect.
Don't call him names. Just round off your thoughts. Leave him in. Okay.
Respect that I have for him.
Oh, you don't even know him, so we don't know if you respect him or not. Just round off your thoughts.
I don't need to know him, and I don't want to know him. His intellect cannot measure up to me.
All right, brilliant. All right, round up in a minute, and then we'll move on.
So I've even lost my train of thought. I just didn't want him to talk. In his own session, I've never interrupted him before. Never. Ever since we've come on this platform, I've never interrupted him before. I've never disrespected him before. But because he's older than me, he feels like he can disrespect me. God will punish you, you stupid bastard.
Hey, young man, your time is off. Your 1 minute is off. Woman.
All right. Sorry. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Sorry. So that's sorry. Now. No, sorry. Enough now. What's all this now? You know, this platform has a particular reputation now, and it's not a reputation for that. So please, let's just be mindful of the language. There was an American president called Ronald Reagan. He had a wife called Nancy. And the one abiding thing that people remember Nancy Reagan for is that message on your screen right there. So everybody abide by that message on the screen. So abide by that message on the screen. We go on to Kenny. If Kenny is still there. Kenny, can you... are you still there, Kenny? All right. Zita is there. Is Zita there? Zita. All right.
It's not my turn now.
No, you came in, but let's go to Bishop and then we'll look back to you. So Bishop, apologies. So yeah, but you know, Solly is quite young and fiery, so the language can be a bit young sometimes. But we have to accommodate for all views. But floor is yours.
Sometimes the platform can get heated or much later, but it's too early for the bad good. And I was honestly trying to understand what he was saying. Unfortunately, I couldn't as much as I tried. And I heard him say about what government is doing right. That's the only place I was thinking I would make some sense. Well, it's not federal government or Tinubu that is building public toilets in Lagos. It is the state government, the Ministry of Environment and what have you. Because of the repeated report of open defecation, we cannot be building a mega city and people will be openly defecating in several places. We've been to some other mega cities. How many mega cities have public toilets scattered everywhere?
Yes. Don't focus on anything that I said. They interrupted me all through in anything I said. So you don't know any points that I said. Please just forget anything that I said.
Oh my God. I wanted to interject, you did not. So no, please don't interject me. Woman, you shouldn't allow this now. I begged to make a point when he was saying something. So why is it? I can talk on whatever you say. I mean, I'm not addressing you.
Well, I did not get my point across. That is why I didn't leave anything I said. I wasn't allowed to make my point.
Woman, are you
Please
there?
focus
I beg, woman. I beg, good night. I cannot stand this nonsense this night, please. If it's not going to let me talk, I will just quietly walk away. I'm saying something. You brought up a point. It is not your topic, man. It is not your topic. What the hell do you think you are talking?
You specifically spoke about toilets.
Yeah, because you spoke about it, so I cannot talk about it. What kind of thinking? What kind of thinking are you thinking? Who the hell are you that I cannot speak on what you have spoken on? What kind of nonsense thinking is this?
I'm giving you reason not to.
You don't need to give me. You don't fucking need to give me any reason. Who the hell are you?
I can't give you a reason because you are not getting my points. I'm not getting my points.
Hold on, Bishop. Sorry, respect this guy's window to speak. So just let him speak. Carry on,
but
Bishop.
you shouldn't.
No. It's getting out of hand. Sorry, you can't be insulting everybody. Sorry, it's getting out of hand. Just settle your mind down. Carry on, Bishop. Apologies for that.
Thank you. I mean, I don't even get strength. So, yeah, I mean, I listened to some of your readers, even though I was interrupted at some point. I know there were two things I wanted to talk about, and it's just politics. If you can just help me, I will tell you about your readouts, just the topics.
Yes, we were talking about the NDC offering a pathway for Obi and Kwakwanso, and then we were talking about the army lamenting, alarming that they're not getting enough recruitment from the southeast. And then we were talking about this Sheyi Law advocating the virtues of Tinubu when he was governor of Lagos State. And then we were talking about Amechi Obi inviting Amechi to step down for him. And then we were also talking about Fashola being appointed as a bencher by the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And then the imam that put a fatwa on a pastor, etc., etc.
Okay, let me try. I'll try. I'll be brief as much as possible with the least I can remember. The fatwa is a complete nonsense. Unfortunately, we are still living in that backward stone age where people can just declare fatwa on people and the law will not do what the law is supposed to do. If there is one thing that had held the North back, I responded to somebody today that was complaining about Yoruba land, that all our governors are Christians, that they are oppressing the Muslims and the rest. And I only asked a question. I said, look, you are not bothered about the banditry, about the terrorism, about the over 10 million or 20 million out of school children in the north. You are not bothered about the poverty. Some states in the north has over 90% poverty. You are not bothered about the misery index. You are not bothered about the literacy, the disease and the backwardness. And that is plaguing and rampaging the north. But you're concerned about whether it is a Christian that is the governor in Yoruba land or not. What kind of misplaced priority is that? So it is the stupidity of these people, unfortunately, that has been put on us by this nonsensical religion that we are flaunting. We became more religious than the people that even own the religion themselves. Fella said Pope Day for some where Pope Day self again, I don't forget. Imam Day for Mecca, but we carry religion for head like something. So we are getting backward. If somebody could still be declaring fatwa on a free citizen in this year and the man is still working free, it is the failure of the system. Rotimi, Abechi, and what's his name? Peter Obi. I think it's very laughable. I'm not exalting Rotimi. I'm not praising Rotimi because I know Rotimi Abechi a little bit. At this, I was in Rivers State when he held sway. He was lucky. Rotimi has been extremely very lucky, very, very lucky, from being an aide to Peter Odili. Yeah, in Pamo Clinic, to becoming a member of the House of Assembly. And he's had a run. It's so embarrassing and unfortunate that somebody that spent 24 unbroken straight in governance in Nigeria, just 1 year out of office, was vomiting all those nonsense he was saying. I feel embarrassed on his behalf. And it shows the kind of, what kind of people. I actually have a friend who is a medical doctor that was in school exactly the same time that Rotimi was in school. And he tells me, in fact, the guy used to tell me then that Rotimi has mental issues, that he has coin in his head. And I used to argue that no, because I felt I liked him. He was a young person as governor. But he talks, by the time you listen to Rotimi Amechi, the quality of his thoughts, his thought process is very questionable. Forget that he was a governor and he's trying to be an activist. All of a sudden, you want to be an activist. You think you can sway everybody with your empty talk. I don't see him better than Peter Obi, even though Peter Obi is extremely very tough too. That's my assessment of him. Anybody can disagree or agree. Unfortunately, they don't have anything to offer. I think strongly that they don't have anything to offer. Nobody can convince you. But Peter Obi going to ask him to step down for him shows that Peter Obi is afraid of contest. He's afraid of going into the contest, not even with let's even remove Atiku. He's even afraid of going into the contest with Rotimi. Because of what Rotimi Amechi said, that he came second after Tinubu in the contest. But he's not a good loser. He was lucky. He never contested for the governorship, and yet he was handed the governorship on the platter of good. Every contention, every election that what's this guys? Wiki has run against him. Wiki has defeated him, has down. Rotimi had all the APC apparatus in Rivers State, and he lost every one of them to Wiki. Wiki was able to infiltrate him and make the whole APC impotent to the extent that in 2019 they couldn't field a single candidate, not one, because Wiki showed him politics and he couldn't do anything. So it's unfortunate that we are here. On our man, that is Patola, congratulations to him. Congratulations to him. Now, the amalgam about the body of bencher, but I wanted to ask, what is the usefulness? I remember Wike used to boast that he's a light bencher. So if they are just giving him a bencher where Wike is already a light bencher, I want somebody to educate me. What is the usefulness of that title? Is it that when they get to the court, they will give them a bench to sit on, or
no, they are more in charge of ethics and discipline for lawyers, and then people that actually call to the bar, they're in charge of things like that. But I was asking if Fashola merited it in terms of his legal achievements, or is just a political reward.
But who gave Wiki light bencher? If Wiki could get it, then Fashola more than anything. Because Fashola had actually practiced law. He practiced law in a law firm before he became the chief of staff to the governor. And even he has gone back to court now. He's been in court several times after he left office. So if Wiki is a light bencher, I can assure you that Fashola is more than qualified. He's a senior advocate. And there are a certain number of cases you must have won at the Supreme Court before you can be considered for a senior advocate. So I believe he merits it. But now that you have educated me about their usefulness, well, I think he earned it. I think he earned this, and he deserved this flower and his day in the sun. But largely, you see, the political landscape is shaping up. Unfortunately, we are using emotion just like we did in 2023. Emotions are getting pitch high. And at the end of the day, people will be blaming people that they were rigged out, they were doing this, the election was stolen. Peter Obi was in an interview. I did not see the whole interview. I just saw a snippet that he actually won the election in 2020. I think it's the most stupid thing anybody will ever say. You had the court, and we have 12 justices that are dedicated over your matter. You did not in any one of them claim that you won the election. You were looking for ways and means to disqualify the other person. He did not go to Chicago. He had drug. You got 25. You did not get 25. You never came with proof. Now you go to interviews and you keep claiming I won that election. Everybody know. Who are the everybody? Out of the 12 justices of the court, at both the appeal and at the Supreme, there was no single dissenting, not a single one. So it was 12-0. And you still had the temerity, the audacity, you have the boldness to come and shamelessly open your mouth in the public to say you actually won that election and you can prove it. You said you told us before then, before you went to the court. So if you think every system in Nigeria is against you and even Nigeria is against you, what gave you the guarantee that if you run the gate, there's going to be any difference? Unfortunately, our interviews now are just not to articulate points, it's just to make a show and for everybody to. Now, how are we going to deal with this amalgam, all these, these they are coming together? Because they are coming together, but they are very directionless. They are like headless mob that they have been called before. And at the end of the day, there is always a ready excuse, somebody to blame. Shehu asked somebody when he was, I said, look, why is it that you are blaming every other person but not yourself? It trace the origin of your problem. It did not even start. It predates even Tinubu himself. Why is it that it's just easy to just blame Tinubu for everything? What this guy said, I don't like the joke. The Senate president said, and that's opening of the NRS. I don't like the joke really, but he could have put it in a better, decent way. That's it. They blame him for every pregnancy in Nigeria. No, because it's just an easy fall. Let's call him, maybe Tinubu is our man Friday now, the one that takes the fall for every unfortunate thing that every other person. NDC, they are just a joker. They are not a serious body. Both the NDC, just like the ADC, they're likely go the same way. I don't know. I've seen NDC. I've not seen serious politicians in that place. Election is shaping up. The electioneering will commence in a few months. And if they think this emotion that they are the tantrums, yes, that's the right word. These tantrums they are throwing about in ADC, it's going to cut it for them. I have bad news for them all. Their name is Story. So they are not going to get anything out of it. And it's so very unfortunate. Because I really, really, really do want a credible opposition against Tinubu too. So by and large, let's see how it plays out. The election will come, winners will emerge, people will cry, they will abuse everybody, abuse the judiciary, obedience will truly behave like they are obedience, and the Mamidons are like Wole Soyinka called them, and after the whole thing said and done, we'll settle down to Tinubu's 4 years. So yeah, the government, they are there to do things. The government is not there to make us happy, not at the moment, because we were actually at the precipice and we are fixing. Nigeria is at the start. The president is trying to fix. I'm not giving him 100%, but I believe we are on the right trajectory, and I pray he's able to pull it through. I believe I've touched on all the points. My brain is telling me somewhere next to one particular one, but let me yield the floor to other people to make their contributions before people get tired and sleep off. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right, brilliant, brilliant, and thank you for being quick and to the point. So that was our Bishop. We go on from Bishop. I thought we had Prince Daddy. He seemed to have dropped. So we go to Kenny. If Kenny's there, so Kenny, are you there? Solly has bullied everybody to silence. What about you, Zita? Is Zita there? My goodness me. What did you make of that energy that we started with, Zita?
Well, the thing is that I don't really do like this attitude of people getting very angry and irritated about people's opinion, one man. You have your own opinion. You said it perfectly well in the way you want to and the way you want to present it. Everybody listened. If you don't want people to interject you, simply tell them you don't want them to interject you and you make your submission and walk away. But this idea of us discussing about humans probably do not know who the heck we are. Just for hanging out, we are discussing them and people are getting so excited and angry about it. It's actually annoying. There are several ways you can push your argument instead of all those bullshit. That's why most times I avoid some certain people interjecting me because it's not going to be an interjection. It's going to be an abuse, or they will call me names, or say I'm a liar, or start rambling and bumbling on what I said. So, man, what is the topic for today, Beck?
Yeah, we are talking about actually he went to visit him with an entourage. That's Peter Obi. He went to visit Rotimi Amechi with an entourage, inviting Rotimi Amechi to step down and support his push.
He did that?
He did that now. I can show you.
What guts?
He did that, and Rotimi Amechi, he said 2 words to him. The second word was off. So you can guess what the first word is. So he said 2 words to him. The second one was off. But after all that,
what did he say? Don't bother showing me the video because those guys.
No, I'm not showing the. It's just going to play in the background. I'm not going to play you the video. But what he went to, he went essentially to Rotimi Amechi to invite him to step down, and Rotimi Amechi told him to get lost essentially, and that was pretty much the gist of all that. It says, in a surprising political move, Peter Obi reportedly met Rotimi Amechi in what insiders consider to be a strategic attempt to build alliances ahead of 2027. Sources claim that the visit was aimed at persuading Amechi to step down in support of a unified front. However, the former Rivers State governor firmly rejected the idea, insisting he will not step aside for anyone. Amechi was said to have emphasized that the process must remain transparent, calling for a direct primary where all aspirants test their strength at the poll. The development signals a rising tension and a potential showdown as key political figures begin early positioning for next presidential contest. So that's the meeting right there playing down. That's Rotimi Amechi's. That's Peter Obi's entourage, and that's Rotimi Amechi waving them goodbye. But essentially, step down for me is what Obi was suggesting to the Rivers State man.
This thing is becoming very interesting. Some people are kind of being emboldened. It's interesting because Amechi might be suffering from diarrhea of the mouth, but in terms of deliverables, like they give you money to do something, you still do something. You cannot compare P2B with Amechi. In terms of deliverable, there are no match in any way. In fact, if I may say, Amechi was the first governor of Rivers State to do something that reached the grassroots. Rivers people might say things in sentimental. Some of them will tell you, it is, what's the other one? What's that tall man that has Bereton? I don't know who is.
Is it Odili? Is it Odili?
There's one popular man, Deptas.
Tonye Cole?
No, Tetas Spiff. Some stupid Rivers people will tell you it is Tetas Spiff. Tetas Spiff. I said, but I've been around. After Tetas Spiff, I've been in this state. I didn't see anything. It was looking like a mushroom waterside. It was Amechi. He renovated public schools, built healthcare center, fought for electricity in Rivers State. bought transformers that, what is his name? Jonathan Saturn said they were not on it. I don't know, but one man, I don't even understand this attitude of somebody not wanting primaries. I don't understand that too. I don't know if you understand. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we are.
But I don't know. What do you mean by they don't want primaries?
Like somebody like P2B, since he started a political, okay, he's been in politics. But since he started contest, okay, I won't use the word contest because primaries, there is the main election he contests. The primaries, they hand it over to him. Since he started vying for public office, he has never done primaries. You see this thing he did now? That's how he used to walk around Anambra candidates and tell them to step down for him. Twice he contested for governor. He was unopposed. Then he went to, they wanted to do primary in PDP. He ran away, went to LP. They handed it over to him. And that is the same thing he wants now. He wants ADC to hand it over to him. I don't understand. So where is Atiku in all of this? Hello? Hello?
Sorry, I was responding to you, not knowing I was muted. Atiku is, Obi is trying to, I cannot fully criticize Obi for what he's doing because he's trying to play his politics as best he can. The deck is stacked against him. And in order for him to stand any chances at all, he has to form that alliance. So he's already allied with Kwakwan. So if he allies with Rotimi Amechi as well, it gives him some strength to battle Atiku. So he has to play this politics. He's essentially trying to rally people against Atiku is what he's doing.
I mentioned that did not step down for Tinubu. Tinubu that, at least, Tinubu was the man that spearheaded 2014-15 election. He worked with that Amechi. After every, all of them collected position from Buhari. Tinubu did not collect a single position from Buhari. Whether minister or special advisor, they called him elder. Before you know it, they come out for elder. And he saw Tinubu's work in politics. Still, in 2023, he didn't step down for Tinubu. He contested and he won a lot of votes. And that is the man Obi has the effrontery to go to say he should step down for him. Did he actually use that word? Or one man you are just from pulling? Sometimes you just make up things.
Yeah, that's what the reader tells us now. It says that's what the read. You can see the meeting taking place anyway. And then it said sources claim that the visit was aimed at persuading Amechi to step down in support of a unified front. So the unified front will be to coalesce under Obi. So he has Papanso in his pocket already. If he pockets Rotimi Amechi as well, then he can go and take on Atiku. That's his calculation.
Papanzo has no business in this election. It's a bit talk nonsense. Apart from Atiku raising his ugly head as trying to contest, as I said before, this coming election should be between a southern candidate and another southern candidate. So if it is for the South, why should he, if there is anybody P2B should be telling to step down, it should be Atiku, not Amechi. If there is anybody he should be talking to, is any northerner that raised his ugly head that want to contest in that ADC, that's the person they should be telling to step aside, not a southerner. because according to us, it's the time of the South. So every Southerner has an opportunity to come out to contest. So he shouldn't be talking to Amechi. He should be talking to his former boss. That why can't he walk up to Atiku and tell Atiku to step down for him? Come on now. Is he afraid of Atiku? But he's not afraid of Amechi. No, sir. Politically, I don't even think Atiku is stronger than Amechi.
I think Peter Obi is in awe of Atiku. I think he's intimidated by him somewhat.
You shouldn't be. Atiku is not. When I say this thing, people don't like me. I don't really think Atiku is a strong political candidate. I don't think so. Why am I saying that? He was a former vice president. Immediately after being a vice president, he did a lot of things. Look, that guy is a cunning crook. He was the first woman in Nigeria to start bribing the Congress to do his bidding. That article, I can never forget it. That very article, he started that bribing of them. That was why when I mean almost, I even had Rekoriko say, Baba Shege Nidam Beggar. And that Nidam begging him made Baba Shege to hate and reach today. So he made all those contacts in the Congress, Senate, and House of Reps. He made all those contacts when he was as a vice president, bribed all of them, tried to kick what's his name? Obasanjo out. Just like Peter Obi, he couldn't carry it because it wasn't his. Everybody was surprised that he contested for presidency. Nobody even knew he contested in the first place, let alone winning. He did it twice, 3 times. And since then, he's been running around from one party to the other, contesting primaries. And sometimes people don't even know that he contested for primaries until 2019. It was in 2019. And that 2019 was a big party. And that was actually a force behind him. It wasn't him. Very strong force behind him in 2019. Mad people like this thing. What's his name? Wike, them who is ready to enter even is the devil's kingdom to ask for help. So I don't know why people see him as strong, but to me, looking at everything, all the situations around him, if I make reference to it, I don't see him as a strong candidate. Honestly, sincerely speaking. If they put him under Amechi self, I would even pick Amechi over him. I don't see myself as a strong candidate. So I don't know why anybody will say Amechi should not contest and say Atiku should contest. On what grounds now? That's not right. On what grounds?
Madam Zita, do you think any of these people in ADC have any respect for each other?
Let me tell you something. Let me say this. Who said this is solid, right? Anybody, let me repeat this. Anybody who has participated in Shogbe, when I mean Shogbe, you know what they call Shogbe? Student union demonstrations, activism in Nigeria, one way or the other, from 1990, okay, let me not say 1999. Let me say from when did Buhari when was that queue? Buhari's own queue.
1983, December 31.
For change.
Saturday, December 31, 1983.
The one they removed Yaradua.
The one they removed Shagari.
You see, anybody, any Nigeria that he involved himself politically, when I mean politically, including their activists, from that time to date, and he's still talking, that person, I'm not even talking about contesting. Let me forget about contesting. Let me say the person is still at the background talking. Let alone those who are contesting. Sorry, let me tell you loud and clear, they are the problem of Nigeria. They are same old.
Why do you point out the Buhari coup? Like, why is that your point?
Let me tell you why. Because that time, it was heavily funded to the blindness. Let me finish. To the blindness of Nigerians. You know, when it comes to social media, there is one thing the tech did. The tech is taking us a little bit closer from people hiding and from people lying. It is making it difficult for people to hide and people to lie. That is what tech is doing. But in those days, we do not have things like that. A lot of shady things go underground, and you see people in the street jumping. You think the people are okay. They are angry because they were told something. But the people who are coordinating them, that told them to come out, have made millions of that incident. And some people will die. That's why I said from that time. It's been going on and on and on. So you see all those people, both the ones sitting at the background, both the ones who want to contest, both the ones who are accusing the people who were there when he was there, is same old, same old. I'm not saying anybody that become president will not do one or two things. It's actually reckless and stupid and dumb for anybody to say that a sitting president didn't do anything. It might not do much, but one or two, three things he will do. It might not favor you. You might not even know who it favored, but that doesn't mean he didn't do anything. So anyone that comes will do something, but it might not be what we are expecting, how much we are expecting from them. So whether it's Atiku, whether it's P2B, whether it's Pankwanzo, Amechi, Tinubu, they will do something. According to Goodluck Jonathan, he will tell you, I will do something. They will do something. That man's English is terribly bad. They will do something. So I am not actually, I will say that any Nigerian going into the pool in January is going on emotion. Not because if he should be a fool if he's going to the pool to vote, that the person who is going to take over, I'm voting this person to take over Tinubu because he will do better. That the joke is on you. It's still the same. Hello?
We're all here, we're listening.
It's the same old people.
We can hear you.
So going there to vote, you are voting is either because you don't like Tinubu or because you have seen one or two things, as I said, he has done. And you say, let me give him a chance. I don't want another person to come and destroy this.
You know, if the choice in 2027 is not beyond Tinubu or Atiku. I don't think anybody else is anything other than those two people. And if we end up with Atiku, it will be a real retrograde step, a real very backward step. It will be. This was the guy that cancelled his tweet on Deborah Samuel. So we'll be back to those sort of Buhari sort of thing, the hegemonic Fulani overlord, just content with taking the oil money and that's just it. It's just, it'll be the ruination of that country will be an Atiku president. It will destroy it. He already told us so that it's there to enrich his friends. It's never shied away from that. He will sell NNPC quickly. That guy will just destroy that country completely. You know, his window was 2019. I was for Atiku in 2019 because of the failure that Buhari was. But now,
I never
Atiku is dead and
Atiku,
buried.
even in my dreams. There are woman. Let me say this. There are people. Let me say this. There are, in as much as there are same old, there are the ones I don't want them to near. Where is it? Bagwalada. Let alone entering Asorok. Let alone getting into Abuja. Them the talk say they enter Asorok. People like P2B, people like Atiku. These two people are and the Pampanso. These are the people I will never, no matter how I'm disgusted about Nigeria, I will never, in my wildest dream, hope that they will get to Babalada, let alone being the president of Nigeria. Hey, but don't get me wrong,
you know, Zita, that's why this election is a pivotal, it's a seminal moment in Nigeria's history. If any of those people get in, then we're doomed. Peter Obi has no. Peter Obi is not even. But the thing with Peter Obi is that he has no concept. He has no idea. He's just very rudimentary sort of a person. I'm not even sure that he's there to steal it. He will steal his own, of course, now. But he will not come up with anything innovative or anything original or anything for trusting because he has not shown that capacity. But if Atiku gets in, we are doomed. We are doomed. The Yorubas will be punished, that's for sure. And then they will run. You know, there were already heavy incursions into Yoruba land under Buhari. They will just restart from where they will push it all the way.
No,
man, it'll be the biggest.
No, woman, I disagree with you. I disagree with you on that, on Atiku. Atiku is not. Actually, that was actually the problem he's having with the North. He's not really like not. It's not really like Hausa Fulani, that Fulani thing. No, I think it's not that.
Madam Zita, Atiku has already shown that it could be pressured just with the deletion of that Deborah.
The thing is that, look, one thing is for you to be pressured. The second thing is for you to have an ideology. Okay? After all, Buhari was not the first northern president Nigeria has ever had. The military were northerners, they were there. Those are the ones that would even force you to do what they want you to do by fire, by force. But they did not Fulani inside our kitchen. Okay? So one thing is for you to be pressured. Another thing is for you to have an ideology. So all those words of pressure, it means you actually do not know the power of a president. More especially in his second term. All he needs, if you tell him that thing first time, tell him second time, the moment he turns to you and say no, you shock him.
But he's going to want two terms.
Come on now, who go enter presidency when no go do the number of times that he has now? So what is your problem?
What I'm saying is that first term is going to bow to them because he wants that second term.
If he's using it to get a vote, that doesn't mean it's his ideology. In second term, he will change.
No, what is bothering
me? You have to remember. Sorry, Solly. You have to remember that the people that would drive Atiku in, if he goes in, will be people like El Rufai and Abubakar Malame, Issa Pantami, all of those sort of people, and those are extreme fundamentalists. Oligarchical sort of Fulani, you know.
When you people say this kind of a thing, it's actually funny. We sound funny. Let me continue with what I'm saying. You see, Buhari.
I don't find
wait
it
down.
Funny,
wait.
These people are going to punish Yoruba people, including me.
Hold on. Let me finish. Buhari was propelled into power. 80% of the people that propelled him into power were not Northerners. But he went there because he had an ideology. He turned North. He was the most tribalistic president I have ever seen. But that doesn't mean that I will not see the good work he did in his own side. He didn't do for us. I don't mind. The only thing I want to tell Southern president, when you reach your turn, you do for the South. When you finish doing for them in 8 years, you come out. I not come make him do for the North. That way the country we develop. I don't mind that. So telling me that because the people around the Atiku is this is fundamentalist, blah blah blah, that they will make him do fundamentalist thing. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. When he gets that ticket, he gets into Asrock, he's a different person. He can even tell that man, don't allow him to come in. It's a different ballgame. So that thing you are saying, they could do, no. But Atiku president, I actually want this election to be between Obi and Tinubu. I keep saying it. If Atiku will swallow, try a little to be a nationalist and say, I'm not contesting. I'm not saying stepping down. No, I don't believe in stepping down. All of them should go there and slug it out. I don't want anybody to step down a group, anybody. Go slot it out. What I'm saying is Atiku say, I am not contesting. I've retired from politics. Then the election will be fun. Because all the headless mobs will run out. That is when they go show them Shegedam Broba. They never see Shegedam Broba. You see, what happened in 2023 can never happen again. Nigerians are wrong with that thing that happened in that. Nigerians wrong with what happened in that election, but they see that that thing was corrected after 2 weeks. 2 weeks after that thing happened, they corrected it. But still, Nigerians refuse to see it. Let me say this. Even as they don't want to see it, that man has been campaigning since that day, and he has never won anything. And Nigerians still refuse to see it. Let them come. I want him to contest with P2P, with Tinubu. But he should stop going about telling people to step down for him. He should do the primaries.
Yeah, but if a primaries he doesn't get that ticket, we already know the hierarchy in the ADC. It's Atiku, Rotimi Amechi, then Peter Obi, then Kwakwanso.
That's your assumption.
That's what antecedent tells us now.
No, let me say this.
We know their political strengths. We know their strengths now.
Let me say this.
Do you know that a good 70% of the registered members of the ADC, they are Northerners? We ran through the figures the other day now. If they are doing direct primaries, who is going to vote for Peter Obi?
That is, you see, this is where I tell you that the man has problem. He left the substance and he's pursuing shadow. And I will always come here and tell you people that Tinubu is using juju on them. Because all those people running Obi Kererenke, he would have made sure. But he can't do anything anyway. Peter Obi is do nothing, Peter Obi. I don't even know why people say all those things.
Do you know that they made a video, like all these their normal skits, and they started asking all their supporters, the ones in the South, if they have a voter's card, if they've registered this thing. Most of them said no. So all they do is come online to defend Obi, but voter's card they don't have. they've not registered at the party. They've literally done nothing. They've spent majority of their time coming online to argue for Peter Obi. That is what most of them are doing.
Rotimi Amechi said as much in that clip we played now. They were asking him that Obi is bringing 6 million voters, Article 6 million voters. What are you bringing? And he's telling them that, look, where are those 6 million voters in our registration? We barely have 3 million people registered at the party. So, which is to, it's just, anyway.
You know, Amechi, one thing I like him, he has diarrhea of the mouth.
He's very sharp mind, though. I didn't know he was that sharp until I heard that. I've always
he's very
him
sharp.
as an idiot. Yeah.
Oh, he has diarrhea of the mouth.
Sharp. I don't even know how he ended up with the likes of Obi and Atiku. He has always been like that.
He has always been like that.
And by the way, there's nothing that will remove Amechi. It's not going to strike. What does Amechi want? Amechi has been a 2-term governor. He has been an important minister.
Speaker of the House. Speaker of the House of Rep.
It's as rich as Mansa Musa. So the only thing left for Rotimi Amechi is to be the president. So there's nothing they can use to persuade him. They can't persuade him with money. They can't say, if I become president, I will make you a minister. So there's nothing. The only thing
he has not been an ambassador. He might want to be ambassador of the United States.
Who was, they can't offer him anything that steps him down from that ticket. Certainly not Peter Obi. He can't. There's nothing now. What can they offer him? Is it money? He's the one that is funding the party.
I have a question. If he has all this money and everything, then why is he going to a party with the likes of Atiku and Obi?
Because that's the strongest opposition now.
That's where they have. You see. Let me tell you. Normally, what parties do is all over the world. When a party is holding a presidential ticket and they are the president, they're holding a presidential position, they don't want to rattle their party. Because trying to do primaries and begin people contesting against that sitting president, you are rattling your party. If you rattle your party, you are going to weaken that president. And when you weaken him, you people might lose the seat. Because whatever you say about him and whatever you do about him, when you were contesting against him in primaries, the opposition will tell the whole country, say, but his people, is it not his people that said it? So normally, parties that is holding the position of presidency don't want to do primaries. They just tell the president, if you're interested in going for your second term, go. Do you understand? Now, that means they cannot come to APC to contest primaries with Tinubu. So what they're going to do now is this thing, the place they think they can grab a ticket to them fight Tinubu. That's why all of them are going to ADC. I hope I've answered your question.
They also need sorry. They also need the weight of each other. They need their political basis in order to converge. Because if you are saying Rotimi Amechi, if he's wealthy enough, he can go and run alone. It doesn't have the clout.
No.
It doesn't have the expansiveness. But together, they all bring something. Atiku brings the north. Peter Obi brings the southeast. Abubakar Malami, Rotimi Amechi, they bring the money. And all of this then forms a potency. But if it stands alone, not money alone cannot do it.
But let me say this. If I say it, you people will not like me. But I will still say it. Looking at Nigeria let me not talk tough at them, shagari them. I don't know what was, but I read a lot about it, but I don't want to put it. Let me first the one I know. From 1999 till date, one man, Tinubu is the only president that fought for himself, presidential candidate that fought for himself. The rest, some people will gather them and then they bring them out and then support them and then run the primary and they picked the ticket. He is the only one in the history of Nigeria so far who came out on his own. Shamefully, ridiculously, those people he hoped would have been around him, to gather around him, to prepare him, to support him to win the primaries, none of them did it. And after the primaries, some of them didn't stay. They want him to run the presidency alone. He started going from one house to the other. Kurosha, Rotimi Amechi. I even heard that he went to Rotimi Amechi. Rotimi Amechi said, sorry, I won't vote for you. He was going from one place to the other, telling them, let's come together, support me. I now have the ticket. That is the only person in Nigeria. And that same man is in the seat now. Some people think they can come out and for in hand. I wish them luck. You know, when I talk, they say I'm supporting him. If
you know what
who is
I'm looking
making this noise, self?
Sorry, it's me.
No,
I'm typing.
You know what I'm really looking forward to in these elections, Azita, is the people that will be outside of the political cycle permanently after these elections. So if Tinubu wins, Atiku, Obi, Kwakwanso, Amechi, Aregbesola, Abubakar Malami, El-Rufai, etc., it's going to wipe them all out completely. You know, they would never, they will never come up within the night. That's the end of them permanently.
That's not true.
What?
That's not true. The only thing that
do you know that the person that is going to succeed Tinubu is unknown? It will never be a known name.
But that doesn't mean those people will be quiet now. They're not go quiet now. The only thing that will quiet, you see all those what do you call it? Fourth, is it third? Was 1999 Fourth Republic or First Republic, whatever.
No, we're the Fourth Republic now. Yeah.
You see those people, the only thing that shuts them up, shuts them out of that thing that can go ruin Nigeria, around Nigeria, collecting our money is dead. So if you think if they lose the election, they will shut up. It doesn't. In 2023, most people were saying that's the last election opportunity for Atiku. After now, Atiku, no, he's ill. Hey, he will go back to Dubai, blah, blah, blah. Not be Atiku will they talk again. You seem not to understand these guys. These guys feel, and most of them never, apart from few of them that walked before they enter politics, most of them never did anything. People like Amechi, what did he do for a living? Yeah, he was called to bar, and then what?
No, he was called to bar after he became governor now. I think Amechi, do you know that Amechi started in the motor parks? It was a motor car. Was he a conductor or something? It was started in the motor parks now.
Some of them never worked for a day. They went into politics and they've been in politics, and that's what they feed. That's what where they make. Even if they didn't win an election, that doesn't mean they will keep quiet. Their fellow politicians see them relevant one way or the other. Is it not Peter Obi that some people are shouting he has 100 million votes? All of a sudden, he's relevant to the society. Although his fellow politicians are not seeing him like that. It's people like one man that is seeing him like that. His fellow politicians are not seeing him like that at all.
Why are they Roman? Okay, go on now. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, because you said that Rotimi Amechi had to go to a big party, but this guy had like almost 4 years. Why couldn't he just start his grassroots work? Because the main key foundation for APC and Tinubu, the reason why I always believe that they will be strong is their grassroots. Their grassroots is the foundation of everything. Since when I was small, I saw these people do grassroots work from zero. And they have always used this to capitalize. No matter how bad the situation work, their grassroots work always saved them. So why couldn't Rotimi Amechi do that?
Sorry, let me explain politics for you. Politics is a dirty game, and it's a game of luck. And you win a lot, not because you have grassroots, but because you were able to instill a little dent of trust in you. It goes a very long way in politics. Actually, looking at the stories I had about Tinubu is what put him in Asorok, not actually the grassroots. At a point, some politicians who doesn't like his guts have to admit that, well, but this man helped me. Oh, he has not hurt me. I didn't know him before. Somebody introduced me to him, took him to meet him. He sponsored everything. Then somebody like do nothing fire me. They have to subpedal. Why? Because of that trust that somebody walk up to you and tell you, I need this. You say, okay, you do this. You do this. I will do this. You went and did that thing. He did his own part. That's putting, I'm not saying you must do it 100% of the time. No. But just a dent of trust. It goes a very long way. Otherwise, you will think you have a crowd following you. Midway, they will drop.
Sorry, what do you mean by fire me? I don't understand that part.
I said, do nothing, fire me. That's what the word I
What
use.
does he have to?
If you want me to answer who I'm talking about, pronounce his name the way I said it.
I know fire me.
Hold on. If you want us to discuss fire me, I called him do nothing fire me. So if you want to ask me, say do nothing fire me, then we take it from there. But if you keep calling me fire me, I will not go further.
I know Mr. Fayemi personally, so me, I cannot call him do
One
not
man,
say
let's stop
Fayemi.
it, I
Sorry.
beg.
Yeah, the thing is, to what Solly was saying about grassroots. If you look at the Buhari journey, about 2-3 cycles, Buhari had grassroots, and that was his base. But he grassrooted 3 times, Olule 3 times. It wasn't until he formed the political alliance that was when he then achieved his success. So the point is that it's not really about your grassroots games. It's about because there are big political houses within the Nigerian political play. The Southeast is a big political house, and if somebody overarches that, then if you negotiate that person, you get more success than going to the grassroots in the Southeast to try and negotiate them individually. In the North, they have, so this is what comes into play. So it's not so much the grassroots game.
One man. As I said, yes, you might be right. As I said before, if the people that is going to Buhari don't see Buhari with a little dent of trust, they wouldn't go to him. And Buhari, when Tinubu came with his conglomeration of gangsters to meet Buhari, and they spoke to Buhari, Buhari listened. If he didn't see a dent of trust in him, he wouldn't have followed him to contest in 2014-15. He wouldn't. So, in as much as everybody is covering around you and you keep making mistake of letting them down, you're not going to move in politics. And that is one of the heavy problem Atiku and Peter Obi is having. Peter Obi was the governor of Anambra State for 8 years. He ran Obi Krerenke throughout Nigeria, screaming with his headless mob. I'm not even one commissioner or special assistant, not even a traditional ruler. Traditional rulers that like poking their nose into politics, including my Pope. All of them kept mum. None of them said, pick on. And they were like, Obi Kerenke, Obi Kerenke, Obi Kerenke, Obi Kerenke. That's what we are talking about. You have that kind of problem when you work with people and you mess them around. When you force yourself to take a step, they will put hand on the chest like this, they watch you. Tinubu did not say he's going to contest for presidency before they start calling him the owner of Lagos. What does this simply mean? It means he has a hold in Lagos, period. He lost the election in Lagos, but that doesn't mean he didn't get enough vote in Lagos anyway. He got a large number of votes in Lagos. Large enough to prop him
The
up.
margin in Lagos was actually 10,000 votes. So that was the
It doesn't
difference.
matter if he a penny, but the thing is that he lost the election. But the important thing is that the number of votes he got doesn't show the number of votes of somebody who is hated. Are you getting the point? But some headless mob don't understand it that way. It's just like in the United States, what is his name? Trump did not win 2020 election, and some ridiculous, funny, crooked, unknown humans will come and say, Americans had rejected him. Americans did. I will say, are you okay? Somebody who contested for election before came a second time. Yes, he did not win, but extra 12 million votes believing in him. You can't kick it out. Don't undermine that kind of person. It's a moving fire. But nobody will listen. And then it happened again. Pakam. Everybody shut up. So it is what it is. In as much as he didn't win Lagos State, the vote he got from Lagos State, to me, didn't show the vote of rejection. But every normal human being will say it's a rejection. He didn't win like look at the vote. Me, I like numbers. Yeah, he didn't win, but they showed that they know him and they like him. But he didn't win.
All right, let's see if Prince Daddy is still with us. Prince has been so quiet. Usually he chimes in with a question or two. Prince, are you there? PDD. All right. We don't have Prince. We don't have Kenny. Remind me to send them invoices.
Let me continue talking now.
Continue for the hotel stay. Carry on, Razita.
Before Remy and December will come now, and Ola, after the next 20 minutes now, they will start jumping in. And I won't be given opportunity.
When Ola comes in, you'll notice by there's one thing. Look at it this way. Look at it this way. Let's look at it this way. You know, it's Ola. It's Ola does that with us. Let's look at it this way. Madam Zita, wait now. Let's look at it this way.
Then Remy will come and quarrel with me that we've been talking since morning. Let him talk.
Now, wow.
Then after talking, he will not say again. He will say again that we should allow him to talk because we have been talking.
Do you know that in number terms we spend more time with each other than we spend with members of our family? We spend we spend 5-6 hours together. I don't think you spend that much time in a stretch with. You spend 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there. But I think we spend more time. So this platform, all of us together, that we probably do with members. So I will probably speak to each other more than we speak to,
woman, there was a time when I was in Nigeria, something very devastating happened. And that time I had to make a presentation. I said something. I didn't put it the way you put it. I said something in my presentation that rang through shell for so many years. A man that was sick, he's been battling with, I think he did, is it heart transplant or kidney transplant? One of those, terminal diseases. He's been battling with it over the years to the extent that he will come to work. His driver is the driver will help him upstairs. Then when he closed from work, him and his driver, because the offices, some of them are 2-story building, They don't have escalator and elevator. So after some time, people, I think he was the manager. They brought his office down. So now he's not the one taking sorry to take you people's time. He's not the one doing the up and down. His subordinates are doing the up and down. Later, due to the way he is, he decided to stay in an open office, like open office. So nothing covers him. He sits in the middle of all his staffs. They have to bring the department down to where he is. One man. This man left his desk. I'm saying this in a global platform. His laptop was there. His phone was on his desk. Something they gave to him, I think something he needed to sign was on the desk. He got up, went to the toilet and lied there. People should listen carefully. That thing happened around, he should, according to the share medical, he must have died around that kind 11 in the morning. Now, he didn't come back, your manager. Everybody go past there. Hey, this man is like, some people will say his phone was there, his laptop, his beautiful laptop the company gave to him was there. Until work closed, we closed by 4 p.m. The driver came. Call for where? The phone rang, no way. The driver became worried. The driver went to the police in the reception and told them, hey, they say, you don't come, you no greet. They say, that he has been calling this Oga. Work closed. At the end of the day, people saw that laptop, saw that phone, saw that folder on top of the man's desk, and they went home. Actually locked the office and went to. Meanwhile, the man died in the toilet there. So the driver came. That was how many hours? After 5 hours, he died. The driver came. The driver said, is he not in the office? The police said, everybody in the office is gone. The police said, maybe he went to the clinic. The driver, the driver said, immediately they said he went to the clinic, maybe he's in the clinic, his heart skipped. He said, maybe they have admitted him. So he ran to the clinic. Of course, they know the man. All such share staff that have such issues, the hospital there knows them. He ran to the clinic because they have their major clinic is inside the IA, there, the office area. They said, no, that the man has not come there. Hello, can you people hear me?
We all can. Carry on.
They said the man, to cut the long story short, the driver ran back to the main office and reported to the police. He said he has gone to the clinic. They said they've not seen. The police officer jumped up. That true, that they've not seen the man, or that he resumed by 12 o'clock today, that he has not seen the man, but he now went to the door. They called the phone. The phone was ringing inside the office. The policeman went back like this, carry key, opened the door, rushed back, signed off the key for the office, opened the door. They saw his phone, everything. Everything is here. So where would he be? The driver started shaking. The driver said goose pimple ran over him. He said, where will you be? Where would he be? Where would he be? They said, okay, let's check whether he went to the toilet. The police officer said, he cannot go to the toilet now, and they lock him up. They said maybe he went to the toilet. They locked the office. So when he come out, he will collect the key. We do that sometimes. One stupid idiot will just lock office and go and sign up the key and walk away. They went to the toilet, opened the toilet, open. The driver opened one, touched one. They said, I be like say somebody there inside. Who they there? The driver bent down, look underneath and saw 2 legs that crank like this. The driver said, this is my Oga shoe. The 3 policemen, one of them went back, hit the door. Boom! This man don't die back for there. They started making phone calls, hospital, everybody. So if the driver did not come, that man would have been there for maybe the wife will come in the evening or maybe the following morning. And if it's a terrible wife, the wife will think the husband has gone somewhere. Now, when I was doing the presentation, I made a comment like this thing woman said. I asked a simple question. How many of us give their loved ones 8 hours in a day? Everybody look around. Like sitting beside your loved one for 8 hours, chatting and laughing and walking and doing something together. Everybody was there. I said, but we give our nurse, our colleague sitting right beside us 8 hours a day. And we think that is not enough for you to get up and look at his own side and say, guy, I don't dey go. Or pick a phone and say, this guy, where you waka go now? Make I call you. Oh boy, where you there now? Me, I don't dey waka. Oh, come on, I don't leave office. You carry your bag and you go. That is insensitive. That is careless. That is uncalled for. And that is ridiculous. Everybody was looking at me that day. One of our general manager said, this guy, this thing you said today shocked me. It hit me. How many men give their wife 8 hours? How many women give their husband 8 hours? Just sitting, just like me and, hello, una dey still dey there, una don come up.
We're here.
Just like me and one man, sometimes we be going titri tatara. We gossip about everything and anything, sitting down here talking for 5 hours. Anything and anything. And then 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you didn't see one man on the platform. You think better to answer a woman what's going on. That is insensitive. That is reckless. That is uncalled for. Above all, it is disgusting. But we are humans anyway. Who cares?
All right, brilliant. So that's a sobering note anyway. But you know, people actually avoid speaking with their families and partners because you already exist in body language. So sometimes you don't vocalize. But Isaac joins us. Isaac, are you there? We may well just wrap it up in about 5-10 minutes. All the co-hosts are nowhere to be found. Isaac, did you want to say something before we start to bag and target? Isaac.
Yeah, Wama, I'm here.
Salam alaikum.
Malaikum salam. Please, just guide me a bit, the topic, please.
Oh, Peter Obi has been trying to persuade Rotimi Amechi to step down for him. So we're talking about that. And then a political party called NDC, they've been courting Obi and Kwakwanso to come and join them because the window continues to close in ADC for them. So we're talking about that. And then Very Dark Man apologizes to Showore. We were talking about that as well, although that doesn't interest Zita a lot. And then the army recruitment, their recruitment drive, but they are complaining that they have no applications coming from the southeast. So we're talking about that as well. So just give us a few minutes and then we'll wrap it up. If anybody wants to come in for the back end sessions, you can come in. But Isaac, floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Wama. A lot to be said. But anyway, those people now, anybody who want to kill himself because of Nigeria, they do yourself, just they joke. The truth is that that country is unique. When you live in that society and you are still emotional, you still talk like a very serious person. I don't know what to say to you. Some of us will just come, we talk, Just the way maybe there are things you will say in other countries that will make meaning, and you begin to say such things when you are discussing about Nigeria. My advice to Nigerians: when you are discussing about Nigeria, I think you should, like all those things we say here, like we mentioned our friend's name, Two Niger, or this the one that very dark man was referring to just now, my very good friend, who say let's look at it this way and all that. When you do all that, and I think I like the way one man is playing it. That should be the way every one of us should take the issue of Nigeria. You just joke about it, pop people up, get words from people's mouth, let everybody rant. Just like Obi is confusing all his followers right now, that's Nigeria for you. I think he has succeeded in confusing all of them. Now they don't even know what to say. They are confused. But they don't even know that Obi himself is not confused, because he knows. I tag Obi to be somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, who promised Biafrans that he will give them Biafra. And then when he told Biafrans that he will give them Biafra, some people, some gullible ones or whatever I want to call them, they believed. But this man that is carrying the crusade on his head, inside his heart, psychologically, those who really know what's happening, he himself knows that there's no way he can give the people Biafra. But all he was interested in, when he brought the propaganda, people were contributing and he was getting dollars, pounds, euros in his account. And he was okay by that. And then the people, today, many people don't even know that his focus was the money, not really that he can give them Biafra. He himself was convinced, even right there in Sokoto right now, where he is being detained. He might be blaming himself now that I would have stopped for a long time so I can be enjoying this money. That's just what the only thing is thinking. It's not even thinking about you or Biafra. I think that's the same thing with the way I see Obi. He's not even thinking about that seat. That's the truth. He has no, inside his mind, he knows. Even trying to run as a vice president under Atiku right now, I think is to cover up all his dirty deals, money he has made from all this shenanigan, as one man will say it, going to Amechi. He's not going to Amechi to tell Amechi to step down from him so that he can be president. Inside his heart, it can be on the paper, it can be on the news, lies can be there, but I am trying to reveal his heart to you people. If he really went there to talk to what do you call him, Amechi, he did go there to say, oh, Amechi, I want to be president. Please step down for me. Actually, what he wants is, okay, since now that if I stay under Atiku, because from the first day he took his leg out of his house to go and join ADC, he knew quite well that that party belongs to Atiku. And then he just probably think, okay, since I was with him, what year was that? Atiku Obi ticket. Okay, let me just do that now. Let me just hang on this Atiku Obi ticket so that my name will still be out there. So that's what he actually went to do. And I believe these three men and some other of their colleagues, they will always sit down in their private section to discuss. Those ones, they are not going to bring them out for us as news. And I believe Atiku have called them, come, any of you can be vice to me. Amechi, Obi, you can be vice to me. But two of you have to go and, discuss it, go and settle it, go and decide who will actually be the second man. I think Amechi Obi, that's the position they are trying to hang on to. So if Obi actually went to him, that's all they went to discuss. And then, like Wama said, I don't think Amechi is going to step down for Obi, being the vice to Atiku. So, money wise, influence, I think, like you all said, Amechi should come first before Obi. So, definitely, why Atiku is the owner of ADC. So, I think Amechi, if there's going to be a fight, definitely it's going to be Atiku Amechi ticket. So Obi is trying to like, and he's seeing it that going to a new party this time because since he's not going back to Labour, going to a new party this time of his life or this the way things are right now, he's not seeing it as a possibility because he's not actually going to, because a lot of his secret has been revealed. Actually, it's not going to be like when he went to Labour and he got support, he got, people contributing and all that. If he decide to go to a new party, he's very calculative. He's a crook. He knows what he's doing. So now, my advice to all Nigerians, Nigeria is a country, is a unique country. Don't kill yourself because of Nigeria. If you drive in the street of Nigeria, you will see a lot of roadblocks. You will see policemen coming to by the side of your window, asking you for your documents or your whatever. If you give them the papers, they don't even read what is on the paper. They don't look at it. They hold your papers and they start looking at your face. What are they indirectly telling you? Bros, I just ask you to bring the paper. It's not really that. You know what to do. That's what he's telling you. And then it's happening there. You just have to fold something and then hide it in his hand. They don't even count it. They don't even say how much is it because they know it's illegal. Now, why did I bring that point? Nigeria is a free market. If you have head in that country, you will succeed. If you can think, if you are not that person who will just sit down in your house, idle, doing nothing. You are that person, you wake up in the morning, you go on the street. Nigeria is a open market for you. It's lawless. Nobody hold you by what you do. You can carry a very big bag on your back, load it with millions of naira, cash, go on the street, go to marketplaces, go to where they are throwing parties, just get a machine from your bank or wherever you get it, maybe they call it POS, and start doing your business. Nobody is coming to ask you, why are you carrying big money on your back? Why are you holding this POS? Why are you doing this business? You do it, hustle your day, and you go home. Such you cannot do in some other countries. You don't even have the opportunity to do that. So in Nigeria, if you are saying you are hungry there and you are in Nigeria, it's because you are lazy, not because the government held you ransom not to do. It's very free. Nigeria is a free ground. You can just go out there, go to the street, do whatever you like. I've seen a movable road, like a road that cars are supposed to drive on. People carry their goods and block that road and start selling their market there. And cars, you just go look for somewhere you can, maneuver your way. Nobody comes to them to say, why are you blocking the road? You do your market, you make your gain, you go home. So that is Nigeria. So whenever you are discussing about Nigeria, please don't kill yourself. Don't even cry. Don't stress yourself. Thank you, Wama.
Oh, all right, brilliant. So that's excellently put. Don't cry for me, Argentina is what Patrick has to say.
Mr. Isaac, they will soon start.
Sorry.
It's Remy here.
Hey, Remy just came in, but I'm going to shut it down now. So Remy, I'm not sure. I can just give us about 3 minutes because the
No. Go ahead and shut it down. I can.
All right, brilliant. So if anybody wants to, we still carry on the conversation at the back. So if anybody wants to come in, the link is in the comment section. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow. If you are not already subscribed, if you're engaging with us now and you're not already subscribed, please do. We're after 100 subscribers before the end of this month. Excuse me, and we only have about 10 days to get them. So please like and subscribe. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.